And we are back with a brand new edition, of course. Sorry, I'm late. You were first. Sorry, I'm late, guys. My tummy hurts. I did not freaking eat anything yesterday. And how people fast for multiple fucking days, I don't understand. Let's just address that aspect. I do not understand because I feel sick. But that's all right. Hey, little Hillary sister. Oh, I didn't even introduce myself. My name is Jen. I'm your manifestation bestie, where I teach you how to leverage the law of assumption to work in your favor. I already know that sounds good to you, so click that follow button, subscribe button, all the things, okay? If you're interested in having me manifest for you, or you want to work with me one-on-one, so that we can figure out where you're going wrong so we can get your shit right, all links are in my bio, okay? Hey, Patriot Bestie. So let's address something real quick. Let's address the elephant in the room, shall we? Okay. So I'm sure if you're in our WhatsApp group, you've noticed a shift. Okay. So basically, long story short, no need to get into the deets. Hey, Sarah Elizabeth. Hey, Just Nikki. Hey, Elena. Hey, I'm Katie Girlfriend. Okay. So no need to get all into the details, but basically I have no team. My team has decided to part ways from our community. So totally fine, onward and upward. But let's respect them. So they will not be coaching you or supporting you at all moving forward. Okay. I am going to be very active in the community, obviously. And so I'm here to support you guys. Okay. I'm here to support you. There's a lot of lessons to be learned, but let's respect their privacy. Okay. And yeah, if you need anything, have any questions, I'm your girl. All right. So that's all you need to know. All right. Yeah. Again, I do not know how in the hell people go a long time without eating. I woke up 3 pounds lighter though. And I had to force myself to eat a piece of bacon. But I woke up 3 pounds lighter, but that's okay. Because I know that, we will get get it moving. So I do appreciate all of you guys, though. You guys have so many of you have reached out offering to help, and I just want you guys to know that, like, I fucking love all you bitches. Yeah, Casey, of course you can. Why not? Hey, Nest girlfriend, why not? You can get your SP to come see you whenever the fuck you want. So just look at it, just look at their picture and be like, yes. Oh, thank you, LR. Just look at their picture and be like, you're coming to see me right now. Like, right now. Okay? So you are in control of when they come to see you. So this is where inner conversations take place. Okay? I've had a couple people that did, and hopefully you did what I said and focus on inner conversations, okay? Because I've had a couple of people in my texts that have focused on inner conversations, and guess what? Now all of a sudden, you're welcome, Angela, girlfriend. And now all of a sudden, what happened? Their recipes are showing up in their dreams, okay? Things are turning around since yesterday. Okay, because inner conversations are important, so important, because that's what's pushing out all the fucking time, right? And so somebody had asked me today, how, like, what if you don't believe what you're saying, right? And I said, here's the thing. Your subconscious mind does not have eyes, okay? So it doesn't have a mind of its own. It takes you at your word. It doesn't decipher things. It's not like, you're welcome, kitty cat cat. It's not like, yeah, I'll repeat that, Angela. It's not like you're having these, it's not like you're walking around saying affirmations or having inner conversations, but then being like, I don't believe it though. You know what I'm saying? So you're not saying that to yourself. So your subconscious mind takes you at your word. It listens to what you say. It's not like, but the way you're saying this though, do you really believe it? I don't think you believe it. No, that's not what your subconscious mind is doing at all. So you don't have to worry about Hey, Haley, I'm doing great, girlfriend. Uh, you don't have to worry about whether your subconscious mind it doesn't have the ability to decide. It's not listening to tonality of your voice and saying, I'm sensing a little hesitation here, so I don't think we're going to do that. No, 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 no. That's not what it does, okay? Instead, it takes you at your word and pushes it out and pushes it out and pushes it out. Good, Lisa with a butterfly. Where the fuck have you been, by the way? I got kind of used to your daily text, and then you fucking just, meh, disappeared. So, what was being asked? Oh, how does the manifest for you work, Dallas? Basically, we jump on a quick call. Okay, we jump on a quick call. I want you to describe your SP, and then we recreate your SP on the spot together. And then I tell you how to play your part because I'll bring them to your door, but I can't control the version of them that shows up. That's entirely up to you. And then I tell you how to, like, this is a partnership. Okay, this is a partnership because I'm not bringing them into my reality. I'm bringing them to yours. So you have to play your part so that you're not doing anything that goes against what I'm doing. Okay, because then we got a whole fucking mess. And then I walk you through how to keep it going. Okay. So therefore you're not screwing it up. And then you keep it going and keep it going, keep it going and get everything that you fucking want. Okay. What did you say? What? Well, no, Leva, it does not. Yeah, it's manifest. You can give an updated pic. It does not matter what language you affirm in. I would affirm in your native language. Okay, in your native language, because that is something that's familiar to your subconscious mind. And so that's where I would affirm there. Okay? Mel, what percentage of the time would you say this works? You bringing them to the door? Well, I'd have to go through the stats, but it's quite high. Okay, it's quite high. So it's most people see movement rather quickly, like very quickly. And then some people, there's a stall, right? So if there's a stall, this is why I want updates, right? It's not my job to update you. It's your job to update me. And so I want updates. So therefore, if you're not, like, let's say you're not seeing movement, then I want to know about it because then we jump on another call because something's wrong. Okay. Something's wrong. We try to figure out what that is and then change that as well. But you should see movement rather quickly. The percentage is very high. I'm not going to lie to you and give you a stat that I don't know. So, but yeah, I mean, it'll work. It always does. This manifestation is perfect. Okay. Okay. So let's talk about, about inner conversations for the whole day, but I still had a little crying time. That's okay, Alexandra. I mean, if it makes you feel better, I cried yesterday. That's why I didn't eat dinner. I didn't eat dinner. Hey, Lindsay, girlfriend. I didn't eat dinner because I cried for like, fucking a long time. Wow, it was like 7 hours. Oh, God. Is that pathetic? I feel like that's pathetic. Good, Brandy. Good, girlfriend. Good, girlfriend. See, Brandy got the manifest for me. And so I cried for a long ass fucking time yesterday, guys. Probably because I wear my heart on my sleeve, that saying. And yeah, I won't get into it, but yeah. So anyway, let's talk about what I was referring to yesterday because some people want a refresher. Do you work with people outside the States? Alexandra, yeah, actually I have quite a few clients that are out of the state, that are out of the country, excuse me. Excuse me. So yeah. Hey, Josie, girlfriend. Okay, Hanny Ray. How helpful is robotic affirming for changing how I see my husband? Okay, so how you see your husband isn't about robotic affirming. Okay, it's how you describe your husband. Okay. It's what is like, how do you want your husband to be? So typically go back. What I would recommend is you go back to your wedding day, right? When everything was perfect. And how would you have described your husband? Right? And go in whole story mode. Describe him that way. Write it down. Write it down. And then read it to yourself twice a day and only see that version of your husband no matter what's showing up. So like if your husband, let's say he comes home today and he's being an asshole. Nope. Perfect husband. He's so, oh my God, he's so perfect. He is so perfect. Because what's going to happen is when you do that, he will start to change to match that. Your husband can only show up how you're describing him. So if you're bitching about him all the time or you're complaining about him all the time in your mind, or to anybody who will listen, he has to show up that way. He has to show up that way. So you would have to change that. And it's not through robotic affirming, it's through your description of your husband. So when you see your husband differently and you describe him differently, then he must match that because this is everyone as you pushed out. Is he's only showing up to you based on your assumptions of him, which is why he shows up to everyone differently, right? He shows up to everyone differently because every single person in his reality has a different assumption of your husband. So this is why typically they'll treat their friends a lot nicer than you because their friends don't describe them. That's why they're friends. They don't describe them badly. They think they're great. They think they're the best thing since sliced bread, right? And they also see themselves as the priority. And so the way that they're describing your husband is different, which is why he's a fun time, which is why they get along really well and all that stuff. So that's exactly what I would do is describe him that way because you will notice a difference. You'll notice a very big difference in your husband. But the key is to persist in perfect husband version only, no matter what shows up that day, because you're going to get bits and pieces of old version of husband, the one that you don't want, and bits and pieces of perfect husband. And so this hot and cold behavior, that's where that comes from. So when you persist in when the cold behavior comes, old version rears its ugly little fucking head, then you say, nope, perfect husband, perfect husband, perfect husband, perfect husband, and he will turn right around. But the key is to not react verbally, not react in your thoughts about him. Stop bitching about him. Okay. Stop complaining about him. Stop looking at him outside of that description because it's what holds that right in place. He can't change unless you change how you see him. Okay. Okay. Look, little Lily, what the fuck are you talking about? Okay. It's not working yet for me. It will. You will get the confirmation. You will get the confirmation. Okay. Because it takes a little bit of discipline. It takes a little discipline. Okay. Because you will, like, I was talking to my boyfriend this morning. Okay. And, you'll get confirmation. Like they confirm what you're thinking. So you don't need, or your inner conversation. So you don't need to worry about it because that's how you have to think about it. They confirm what you're thinking. Well, your thoughts are inner conversations, right? You're not sitting here thinking thoughts that are not a conversation in your mind. Unless you're like adding up some shit, like, right? You're like 2 + 2 is 4. Okay, that's a random thought. But typically, most of the thoughts that you have are inner conversations. That's what they are. So you had a lot of inner conversations in general. Like you did, that's what led to your breakup, right? That's why I was trying to tell you guys when it comes to your inner conversations, you guys weren't walking around. You're not walking around saying negative affirmations all day long verbally, right? You're not robotically affirming negative shit all day long. You are repeating it all day long in your mind through inner conversations, but you're not going around like, I'm broke, 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 I'm broke. He's ignoring me, he's ignoring me, he's ignoring me, he's ignoring me, he's ignoring me. We're in no contact, we're in no contact, we're in no contact, we're in no contact, right? You're not doing that. Okay, because that would be fucking stupid. So because you're not doing that, You don't have to, all we're doing is reverse engineering and say, okay, how is this stuff pushing out? Oh, I'm not, oh, you mean I'm not affirming that? Okay, no, you're not. But every time you open up that bank account, you're like, or pay your bills, you're like, oh, fuck. Like, finances are tight right now. Like, my business is struggling, like I need to make some money quickly. Okay. Those are inner conversations. Same with being in no contact. You're not walking around robotically affirming that, but throughout the day, you're checking to see if you're unblocked. You're focusing your thoughts on the fact that how much you miss him because you haven't talked in 4 months. And he's like, why isn't he calling me? Why isn't what I'm doing working? Like he's ignoring me. See what I'm saying? Okay. These are inner conversations. So you need to change your inner conversations, your inner dialogue to be like, we have the best conversations. Literally, he fucking calls me all day long. Like we talk all day, every single day. He can't stop talking to me. He talks. In fact, he texts me. He just texted me right now. Your subconscious mind does not know that's not true for you. Okay, so you could be like, he texts me good morning every single day, because it's a great way to start our fucking day is by just I love hearing his voice on the phone. It just melts my heart. That's an inner conversation. How you would describe a scenario. Every day you guys should, before you go to bed, is sit down, have a little inner conversation, or you can have one out loud if you want. But in your mind, recap your day with your SP. What would a day look like if you guys were together? Right? Like me and my SP just had the best night. Literally, we just had the best night. We had Chinese food and we watched The Notebook. I found that movie fucking stupid, by the way. Like my brother says, if someone's not dying, you ain't watching. That would be correct. So, those are, we just had, like, we snuggled all night on the couch. We freaking fell asleep. We had sexy time last night. Like, oh my God, yesterday was the best day, or today was the best day ever. Like, my God, we could not stop laughing, right? These are inner conversations. Your subconscious mind doesn't know that that's not true for you. It's not like, wait a minute. No, bitch. First of all, you were alone on the couch last night. Sorry, try again. And what are you talking about? You fucking went to sleep by yourself, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Your subconscious mind isn't doing that. Okay? It's taking you at your word. That's its job, is to take you at your word and push it out. And it's like, oh, well, we did have a great night last night, didn't we? That's all it knows. That's all it knows. And that's all you need to know, because that's what caused your breakup. You weren't walking around robotically affirming, he's going to break up with me. He's totally going to break up with me. He's 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 such an asshole. He's such a fucking asshole. He's such a fucking asshole. He's an asshole. He's an asshole. He's an avoidant. He's an avoidant. He's an avoidant. He's an avoidant. You're not doing that. But what you're doing is, every waking chance you fucking get, is bitching about him. Right? Calling your bestie and they're like, so what's the deal with you and, Johnny? And you're like, well, he's not fucking talking to me. And it's been like 4 months and now I'm blocked on social media. And he's like such an avoidant asshole. Like he's just being so fucking rude. That's what you're doing. So therefore, that's what you get. That's what you get. And why do inner conversations push out quickly? Because you didn't think about it again. You literally just talked. It's like one of those, you just talk to be talking type of thing. It's that thing. That's exactly what happens, is you're just having a conversation. You're not thinking about it all day long. You're not over here repeating the same conversation over and over and over again. I mean, you are in your mind about your current situation, though. That's the thing, is you guys are living in your current reality, your 3D, and you're replaying the 3D conversation over and over and over and over and over again. And then being like, well, I gave this whole inner conversation thing a go and it didn't work. It's always working. That's what you don't get. That's what you don't get. Like, your inner conversations are always manifesting. Everything is manifesting. And so it's always working. So if you're saying it's not working, it's not working. You're just not controlling your inner conversations. You're not paying attention to them. It's easy to be like in la fucking land when everything is great between you and SP. But then when everything is not great between you and SP, all of a sudden, bitch, 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 bitch. That's what you do. That's what you do. And then you're like, it's not working. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes at all. So for all you know, they could literally be thinking about you all fucking day long. Literally. Because that's what you tell yourself. You could tell yourself like, I'm so excited. We're so excited to finally move in together. Like we're looking right now for the perfect home so that we can, be a family, so that we can live together. Like it's all we ever talk about is how perfect of a life we're going to have when we live together. Like I love talking to him about X, Y, and Z instead of saying, well, he's like, he treats me like shit. I don't know why he's got such a fucking attitude all the time. Like, I don't understand. Like, he's just so rude to me freaking constantly, or he's just not talking to me at all. Like, he went radio silent. Everything was great, but then all of a sudden, he's not talking to me. So I don't think he liked our conversation that we had on Sunday. That's what you're doing. Instead of like, no, absolutely not. We had the best weekend ever. Literally, we spent Friday and Saturday together and it was fucking perfect. We had the perfect weekend together. In fact, he can't wait to come over this weekend so that we can hang out some more. We have a whole date night planned. Like we're literally going to sit down and watch the John Wick series together. And I'm super excited. That's a better conversation to have because that's what you want. So that's where the act as if part comes into play. See, they just say act as if, and people are like, what the fuck does that even mean, act as if? Be delusional? Yeah, but that's what they mean. They mean acting as if is, and if they're not describing it this way, well, then let me tell you what it actually means. Okay, acting as if is in your mind, having the conversations as if you're in a relationship with your SP or headed to a relationship with you and your SP. If you're in no contact, you should be in your mind talking about how you guys talk all the fucking time and how you can't wait to spend this weekend together and you're actually going to go away on a trip and we're talking about going out of town together and, like we have the best relationship. My God, it's like everybody thinks that we have the best relationship. Like he makes me so fucking happy. I'm so happy when we're together. Like he just can't like, he has to be with me all the fucking time. He just spent the night last night. We had the best sex of our life. That's a whole lot better than being like, here I go alone again. You tell me which one's going to make you feel better. If you're being completely honest with yourself, which one would make you feel fucking better? Talking about how lonely you are and how miserable you are and how nothing is working and how, he's, you're supposed to see him next week, but I don't know. Or, yeah, dude, I'm so excited. I'm picking out the perfect outfit because we're going to see each other this weekend. Like we have this whole date plan. We're going to go out to dinner. We got to go see a movie, date. You tell me which one sounds better. Not sure if you're going to see that person next weekend. That's the weird, that's what I don't understand with you guys. That's like what I don't understand. Because I never questioned that shit. If my boyfriend was like, I'm coming over tonight, I wasn't like, is he really? Is he am I sure? Is he honestly going to come over tonight? Like, is he serious? Huh? I never once did that ever. Whenever he'd be like, yeah, I'm going to come over. I wasn't like, but is he really? I'm not sure. I don't know if he's coming over. I was like, solid. Let me go ahead and shower real quick. Let me go ahead and make sure that I've got my little negligee on, I never questioned it at all. I went about my fucking day knowing he's coming to see me. I didn't robotically affirm he's coming to fucking see me today, because that's stupid. If he said he's coming to see you, he's coming to see you. I tell you guys, you have to take your SP at their word. At some point, you have to take them at their word. They tell you gutter trash is gone. Beautiful. Awesome. I'm going to continue to affirm against gutter trash just to make sure that but I'm not doing it because I don't believe him. I'm doing it because I need to discipline my mind. Because trust me, I did that shit a lot, guys. Like when it came to gutter trash, like I questioned it a lot after I had confirmation. And all I kept doing is bringing the bitch back over and over and over again. And I affirmed so much wasted time against gutter trash just to, at the end of the day, get confirmation that it was a wrap. Like, then what the fuck? Why do that to yourself? It doesn't make you feel good. None of that makes you feel good. But, if you just knew that you were going to see him, of course I'm going to see him. He said he's coming over to see me tonight, so duh. Of course he is. Then that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. It's not but what's going to also happen is that he may or may not show up this weekend. Care to know why? Because you're like, he said he's coming, but I don't know. Oh, well, I guess he doesn't know either, does he? This is inner conversations. Their thought transmission is through inner conversations, which is why, sorry, my neck hurts, which is why all of a sudden they don't show up. And you're like, see, I told you I wasn't sure. Of course, because he was sure a minute ago, because that's why he said he's coming over. Duh. But now you're questioning if he's actually going to come. Therefore, he doesn't. And you're like, see, I knew it. That's because he went from sure, absolutely positive. That's why he said something to, yeah, actually, I've got plans now. Yeah, something else came up, actually. Because you're doing that to yourself. I can't tell you how many clients I've had that have literally fucked their own plans up over and over and over again. Because they question if it's actually going to happen. Therefore, something comes up. And then you're all pissed off and all in your fucking feelings because you're like, really? So you'd rather go to this concert than fucking hang out with my ass? You're tired, so you'd rather go fucking home and go to bed than come and spend 20 minutes with me? Like, it's usually the dumbest shit in the world that comes up that takes priority over you. And it's not like you just don't, and because I hear this all the time, is I just don't feel like I'm their priority. The only reason they're showing you that you're not their priority is because you don't think you are. You don't think you are. Every time they say they're going to come over and see you, you question that shit. And I think that's fucking stupid. I think it's so stupid. Why you would question it. At all. I stopped questioning it. See, I knew, I never questioned when my boyfriend would say he's coming over, I never questioned it, ever. For what reason? I didn't have a reason to question it. And even if he didn't, well, we'll just say one night he didn't come over. So it wasn't like the next night he was like, I'm coming over. And I was like, but he didn't come over yesterday. So I don't know if he's coming today. No, I continue to take him as word. And it wasn't but then again, here's inner conversations, right? Things that you assume. So I assumed that I would only see him, because this is what was happening, is I would only see him Monday through Thursday. Okay. Occasionally not on Thursday, based on former gutter trash's work schedule. Right. So, I knew that, but then I was like, who the fuck decided that? So I stopped saying that to myself. I wasn't repeating that over and over again, but that was something that I just knew. Therefore, it stayed that way until I was like, no, that doesn't have to be that way. Then what happened? We started going on a date on the weekend. Know what I'm saying? Because I stopped knowing something that didn't benefit me. Same with you. Same with you guys. You guys need to knock the shit off and stop trying to protect yourself when you're not protecting shit. You're not protecting shit. Okay, you're definitely not protecting your fucking feelings at all, but all you're doing is sabotaging yourself and making yourself not a priority in their life because you sabotage every time they say they're going to come over. You overthink it, you think against it, and you question it, therefore they don't come over, and now you don't feel like a priority. But you're the only reason you're not their priority. It isn't them not making you a priority and something more important came up. No, never. Never, never, never. I am the priority, but the only way you're going to convince yourself of being their priority is by taking them at their fucking word. That's the only way. You can sit there till you're blue in the face, say, I'm the priority, I'm the priority, I'm the priority. Good, best creator, good. Of course it's good. Knock it off now. You can sit there and say over and over and over again what you want. Yes, Sanchi, I am. Sanchi, are you even paying attention to what the fuck I'm talking about? Have you ever thought that maybe I didn't call you because you weren't sure that I would? That's going to be my number one line now with all of you guys. I'm like, have you ever thought I didn't respond to your text because you weren't sure if I would? So I'm just saying. But that's the only way you're going to see yourself as their priority is by, if they say they're coming over, they're absolutely fucking coming over. Not a question in my mind. And tell yourself that, like, oh yeah, I have no doubt he's coming over to see me tonight because he said so. I'm so excited. There you go. Now he comes over. Okay. So then the next time he says, I'm coming over to see you, then you're like, of course he is. Why wouldn't he? I already know. I know he's coming to see me tonight. Then he comes and sees you again. Now you got a whole new pattern being created. Okay, now you no longer have to tell yourself that you're his priority when he starts to show you that, because the only reason he'll show you that is because you're taking him at his word now and not questioning every fucking thing he says. You can't do that. Flashy sister, long time no chat, girl. Can you put them on a pedestal too much on inner convo? No. I mean, no. Raving about them or talking about how amazing of a person they are for you isn't putting them on a pedestal, right? That's not putting them on a pedestal. What's putting them on a pedestal is by you thinking you're somehow not good enough for them, right? Like he's so amazing and I'm dog shit. Then that's putting them on a pedestal where it's like, oh my God, he's so fucking amazing. I don't deserve him. Like, I don't even know why he's with someone like me. That inner conversation would be putting him on a pedestal too much. But being like, my husband is like, based on, like, let's take what's going on with your dog, right? And you can literally be like, yeah, my husband, he never lets me go through anything alone. Like he's actually going to come over and see me tonight to make sure to check on the dog and make sure that our dog is good, because our dogs are our babies and he loves our dogs. And that's what makes him such an amazing husband. That's not putting him on a pedestal. Okay. Is it too much if I affirm different things throughout the day? Like skin, weight, SP, money, big booty? No, Nesp. No, I think that's great. Some people say that you should only work on, I mean, you can, Andy, if you want. Some people think that, I've heard several people say that you should only focus on like 2 or 3 things at one time. Why is that the case? I don't think I was like this, when people say this, it tells me they have no idea how the subconscious mind works. Okay. Because your subconscious mind isn't going to be like, excuse me, bitch, we have a 3 manifestation max. Okay, so anything outside of that, like, no, I don't think so. I'm going to need you to score on a priority spectrum, 1 to 10. Like, we need to know which one is the priority here. Because we only have 3. We can only do 3. And then when those 3 manifest, then we can move on to something else. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't happen that way. Your subconscious mind isn't analyzing shit. Plus, you're thinking about, when they say that shit, I'm like, okay, that sounds dumb because you only think about 3 things in your life at a time. I don't think so. Every time you walk in front of the fucking mirror, you look at your ass, right? And you're just like, damn, I need a bigger ass. Like, or, or you look at every time you get out the shower and you look at yourself in the mirror, you're like, I need to lose weight, right? Then you're over here in front of the mirror and you're like, damn, I need clearer skin. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then you're like, then you open up your bank account and you're like, damn, money's tight right now. See what I'm saying? So it's like, you're constantly thinking about different shit throughout the day. So your subconscious mind isn't like, well, no, actually, I don't think so. We're at a 3 thought max. We can't think about anything else, bitch. Nothing else. No, you think about random crap throughout the day. When you're at work, you think about, or you're an entrepreneur, you think about your business. You open up your bank account, you think about your money, right? You look in front of the mirror, you're self-critiquing yourself from the butt to the boobs to the stomach to the arms to every fucking thing, to your face, and then when you're eating, then you're thinking about your weight, right? Or like, oh, this is heavy for me. This is so unhealthy for me, right? So you're thinking about food. Then, you know what I mean? Because nothing that you do, you don't do anything without first having a thought about it first. You have to think about it first. And so because of that, I think that shit is fucking stupid. I think you should 1000% focus on different things to manifest. Because when you think of different things to manifest and you've got 4 or 5 things that are manifesting, that's what makes manifestation fucking fun. Who in the hell is trying to sit there and have it take your entire life to manifest your dream life? You know what I'm saying? But what you can do, though, here's a bonus tip for all of you guys that have different things that you want, right? Is you could sit there and umbrella the shit. Yeah. You could umbrella the shit and say, like, everything in my life is perfect. I'm literally living my dream life right now. I'm living my dream life right now. That covers fucking everything. Because your subconscious mind knows what your dream life is. Okay? Because we've thought about it before. Like, what a perfect life would be. So you can tell yourself, like, I literally have the perfect body. It knows what that is for you. So I have the perfect body and I'm living my dream life right now. I'm literally living my dream life right now. That implies money, success, house, SP, right? All of these things is exactly what that implies. Because what's a dream life? And everyone's dream life is different. Okay. So it's like my dream life, I like the bougie shit. Just who I am. I like the bougie shit, the nicer things. My bestie, on the other hand, her dream life is to go live on a fucking ranch in the middle of nowhere and milk cows for a living. And she would have, like, for her, like, that is, and she wants to marry a logger. That's her dream life. Good. There's no right or wrong dream life. Where people are like, my dream life is to just go and have this little cottage in the woods. And people are like, that's your dream life? Yeah, fuck you. Everybody's dream life can be whatever it wants. But you can have whatever you want. So it umbrellas every fucking thing. So therefore, you don't have to affirm for each individual thing. It's like, okay, what is an affirmation that I can have that would imply all the shit? All the shit. So instead of being like, I want a bigger ass, plus I want bigger tits, plus I want to tighter stomach. Instead, it's like, dude, I totally just got a mommy makeover. I literally just got a mommy makeover. I'm hot as fuck. I just got a mommy makeover, right? That implies all the things. It implies all body parts. A BBL's included in the mommy makeover, right? I'm pretty sure it is. In the Hidden Kingdom, I ramble. What are my thoughts on the statement of let it go? Okay. Let go of outcomes if you're affirming or visualizing. No. I think that's fucking stupid. I think that's stupid. Now, because those are the same people that are like, live in the end. Okay, well, how am I supposed to live in the end if I need to let go of the outcome? No, you need to know the outcome. You don't need to obsess over the outcome, right? But you need to know the outcome, because if you know the outcome, you wouldn't need to let go of the outcome. Anybody, who the fuck says that? Let it go. No, you should let go of the resistance. You should let go of the needing something, because that's how you lower the resistance is I need this. I really, really need this. Or I really, really want this bad enough, right? And so because of that, you need to lower that need to be with your SP. You don't need shit. You want your SP, sure. Who doesn't? But you don't need it, right? Like, it's like, I want to get married, but I don't need to get married tomorrow. You know, things like that. So when you turn your attention away from needing something, like the outcome, then that lets go of the resistance. That's the only thing you should be letting go of, is the resistance to the outcome, not the outcome itself. Please, I ain't letting go of shit. If that is my outcome, I ain't letting go of that. But what I'm going to do is focus to get to the outcome. But I am letting go of crap. Okay. Hey, Terry, girlfriend. I was like late, guys, because I got sick. Like I said, I don't know who fasted for a long ass time. I got sick one day. Look at that, Nicole. That's another sign, girl. That's another sign that he's calling you right now, by the way. I don't even know what you're talking about. Johnny is calling you right now. A cardinal? I think I have a blue jay around here. I love that. It takes all of 30 seconds for Jen to get me right when I'm doubting. Well, good, bitch. Good. How to deal with the thought that it's been too long, so maybe it's time to let it go. So, Alexandra, because you're focusing on time, okay? You're focusing on time. However, I have people that have came back into contact after being in no contact for a year, 2 years. Yes, I did say I got sick from fasting. I mean, it could have been that or the alcohol I drank last night. One of the two. But you're focusing on the time, okay? And so there's people that have broken up and got back into contact 2 years later, a year later. My clients, a year later, 2 years later. I know somebody who, she's my client, but this didn't happen when we're working together. Is she literally was, her and her boyfriend had two totally separate lives. They dated when they were younger. They both got married to totally different people. They both have kids with totally different people. And yet here they are 20 years later together. You know what I mean? So there's numerous people that get back together years later. My parents weren't in contact. I mean, you're probably right, Taylor. But always, you're never sure, because it always hits like 3 hours later, and I'm like, oh. But anyway, my parents were not. They got a divorce and the whole bit when I was like 16, something like that. because I was like 16. They got divorced. Well, my daughter's 14 now. So 15 years ago, they moved. And I'm in my 40s. So 15, don't tell anybody that shit though, because I've never looked a day over 20, bitch. But 15 years ago, they moved in together. They're not married, and they have 2 separate bedrooms. But they moved in together many decades, like 2 decades later. So time is an illusion. Time is an illusion, and time is also what you make of it. So it's like you don't need to let go, because there are numerous people who have came together years later. So I don't know how long you guys have been apart, but I'm willing to bank it's not years, bitch. It's probably like months. Exactly. Exactly, G-Rod. Even when you say it's not working, it's working perfectly to that assumption. That's exactly my point. That's exactly my point. Manifesting an apology for the first time. So, you guys in the fucking apology. You guys in the need for an apology from your SPs kill me, first and foremost. Because you only need to apologize with yourself, not anybody else. So you don't need to, I mean, can you manifest an apology? Yes, you can. Do you need an apology? Not really. Because here's the thing, is oftentimes if you're selecting perfect boyfriend, okay? If you're selecting perfect boyfriend, the apology will come naturally. First of all, they may not even talk about it because you're selecting perfect boyfriend. Not the version that you need an apology from or for. Now, if they do bring it up, most likely you won't even need to manifest an apology. They'll automatically apologize because that's the version of your SP you're selecting. One that loves you. It thinks you're amazing, that can't imagine his life without you. All of that shit. Okay. So then you're going to get that. Exactly that. Okay. So, but now if you want to manifest an apology, then what you should do is tell yourself through your inner conversations what you want him to say. If you can hear your SP's voice, hear him apologizing to you. Hear him telling you what you want to hear. Or you can literally tell yourself that he's actually like, he's apologizing right now, and he's going to tell me everything that I want to hear. Everything that I want to hear. And they will. They will. And if you want to actually hear the apology or tell yourself what he said during the apology, don't be surprised, bitch, if he basically almost tells you exactly that. Okay? Whoa. You, gross. Gross. Okay. Well, I am gonna. Okay. There we go. I just did it to my goddamn self. I don't even know what is wrong with people. People are fucking ridiculous. People are ridiculous and stupid. Go somewhere with that stupid bullshit. Please, thank you very much. And I love my lips. And my boyfriend loves my lips. So do you really think I give 2 fucks what some troll on the internet thinks about my lips? Or my looks, for that matter, or any other thing about me, for that matter? Nope. I don't give a fuck. Because my boyfriend thinks I'm perfect. And that's really all that matters. Right? Right? And I'm a fucking catch, so fuck you. Anyway. I usually don't like just acting like nothing happened, but I would rather just be with her. Right. That's what this is about. It's about you. Wait, what? I'm so excited. I mean, I'm so confused. Amanda, didn't you say this shit the other day? Did you not hear what I said? I want you every day to walk into your job and tell yourself, I'm the best employee they have. I'm literally the best employee they have. Okay? Because you outbeat, I don't even know what you're doubting, why you have self-doubt. Okay? You outbeat hundreds of applicants for the job that you have. Hundreds of applicants. Plus, then not only did you outbeat hundreds of applicants, you also outbeat dozens of people that they met for the interview. So you're obviously exactly what they were looking for, because last time I checked, they don't offer jobs to people who it isn't what they're looking for. You know what I mean? So this is where it will help you, because you'll start to get the validation, which will kill the self-doubt about the role. Okay. So if you're telling yourself every day that you walk into the job, you don't have to robotically affirm this all day long. However, if you're having self-doubt in the role, then I would tell yourself, I'm the best employee they have. I'm literally the best employee they have. Because when you do that, what's going to happen is your boss, your coworkers, certain people at your job are going to start complimenting you, telling you what a great job you're doing, right? If you don't get a fucking raise, you know what I'm saying? Like, all of these things are going to start pushing out, reflecting. So therefore, the self-doubt in the role goes away, right? There's nothing to have self-doubt about in the role if people are constantly complimenting you on what a great, stellar job you're doing, right? Because then you're going to be like, that's right, bitch. Mm-hmm. And when I want to raise, don't even trip. I'll decide when I want to raise. Okay, 7301. Well, thank you, Trisha. 7301. Why did your reality show you that comment, though? Okay, so just because I have stellar self-concept, right, or self-esteem, whatever, doesn't mean that everybody is going to see that way too. Okay, so it's not like I'm going to. So I saw the comment because I'm not blind, basically, because I'm not blind. So that's not something that is going to be hidden in my reality. It's not going to be hidden in my reality at all. Because when this is why people shouldn't let people's comments bother them. Because when people have an opinion and they want to give you their opinion, because people love to give you their opinion about yourself. But you understand, it's not their opinion about you. It's their opinion about themselves that they push on to you. Okay. So why do you think, I always talk about this, right? There's women empowerment, but women empowerment's bullshit, because women are the first people to tear each other apart. They are. They're the first people to hate on other women. That's just what they do. Why? Because women have a lot of insecurities within themselves. So because women have insecurities within themselves, they like to tear other bitches down because they see themselves as flawed. So because they see themselves as flawed, and they have their own insecurities, it makes them feel better to throw shade at somebody else. No, just like single people. Okay, single people, have you ever noticed people that are single hate on relationships? But that's only because they're not happy that they're not in one. Or like you'll have this couple, like a friend couple that's like amazing, right? And people will be like, God, go get a room. You guys make me sick. That's only because they don't have what that person has. Okay. And so this is why people hate on people, because they don't have what you have. So because of that, they find it much more enjoyable just to hate on people. Mm-hmm. Which is sad. But it's not my job to fix them. I don't really give a shit. I don't really care. Doesn't even matter. It's been a week of no contact. What part of time and not worrying about the time? No, Amanda with the purple heart. I do it daily for you. It's not a one-time thing. It's not like I look at your SP's photo one time and I'm like, here's what you're going to do. Sayonara. No. I do it daily. But okay, so the Rebu and Alexandra. What part of stop worrying about the time don't you understand? What part of that is unclear? It's like you guys have a fucking calendar that goes off and you're just like you have a daily reminder. Yeah, it goes off and I laugh, but it's not fucking funny. You have like a daily reminder that goes off and you're like, it's been 4 months and 1 day. Yep, 4 months and 2 days now. But who's counting? Come on. Come on. Y'all gotta stop that nonsense. Y'all need to stop the nonsense. Maybe it's just me and the importance of dates is not important to me. Because people be like, how long have you and your boyfriend been together? I'm like, I don't fucking know. I don't know. Like, I don't, he didn't move in. And I was like, oh my God, let me circle the date. I know the month. That's about it. It's all I know is the month. That's it. But stop focusing on the time. Okay? Because you still acknowledging it's been 1 week of no contact, keeps no contact in place. It's been 4 months, now it's going to be 5 months, 6 months until you decide that it's been 4 months since we've been together. Okay? It's been 4 months since the love of my life has come home. Okay? Like, it's been 4 months since me and my wife have reconciled. Okay, it's been a week of me talking to my SP every fucking day. But acknowledging all the other things just keeps it right in place. It just holds it right in place. And then you're like, because 1 week turns into 2 weeks, turns into 3 weeks, turns into 4 weeks. Unless you want to ditch the no contact bullshit and start talking about how amazing, how happy you are that, like, literally, I'm so happy. My wife literally just came home today and we have, like, my wife just came home and we had the best night ever rekindling our marriage, we spent all night just laughing like old times, we just get each other. And it was like no time has ever passed at all. I feel like whenever I'm with my wife, I feel like we've been together forever. Like every day is a new day. Every day we like fall more in love. Every single fucking day we're together, we fall more in love. That's going to get wifey right on fucking home. Instead of, well, yep, that's right. I just checked my bed. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm still alone. Nope. Yep, I'm still alone. Wait, hold on. Yep. Still not home. Coming inside every day and being like, still not home. Still not home. The only thing you should be counting down is the day. The only thing you should be counting is how many days till I get married, how many days until my vacation, how many days until we're living together, how many days until we're moving in to get a new place together. That's the only thing you should be counting fucking down. It's the only thing you should be counting. Okay? But you shouldn't be counting how long it's been since your husband or your wife has been home. How long it's been that you guys have been in Splitsville. How long it's been since you guys haven't spoken. How long it's been since, you know what I'm saying? That's when you do that, that stuff doesn't change. Last time I checked. You're not over here like, yeah, still not together. And then all of a sudden they come walking through your fucking door. No, they don't do that. They don't do that. Okay. But the reason why some people will come back later is because you dropped the resistance. I won't say you have this like, I'm over it mentality, but you started working on yourself. Okay. You started focusing more on yourself. Because that's what helps distract yourself. Okay. Then that's why sometimes people be like, well, I didn't do any of that stuff and we still got back together. Yeah. Cause you completely let go of the resistance by, I'm just going to work on myself right now. I'm going to work on being a better husband so that when my wife comes home, I remind her every day why she married me. I'm going to go get a gym membership, get those 6-pack abs. Fuck that. I'm just kidding. Manifest that shit. It's my logic. Why would I want to why would I want to run when I could just manifest killer ass legs? You know what I mean? I'm looking for the least amount of resistance and I hate fucking sweating. Well, I hate sweating at the gym or in the heat, but not in the bedroom. Anyway, I digress. But that's okay. I digress often here. Please answer, why did you reality show that lip comment? Oh, I told you, because you're not blind. You're not blind. Now, you can change that. I could change that if I want to, right? By changing focus, if you will. So like I could manifest, well, I'm not even talking about it actually. I can manifest that I have no haters at all. Like every fucking body loves me. And that would be true. I just don't give a shit. I'm that person where I'm that person where I choose on the priority spectrum of priorities here. That is not one of them. I don't really care. It doesn't bother me one way or another. So doesn't matter. And so that's where I don't choose to focus my attention on that. Now, as you all know, I have manifested being on TikTok Live daily instead of the tube of you live. Right? Because if you guys have been here for a while, we ran into a couple issues. But not anymore because TikTok needs my content. It's literally the button I push. What are some good assumptions, Aspa, for a friend of my SP that I dislike because she used to like my SP? But you could just be like, she actually, well, because she used to like your SP. Does she like your SP still? If you want her gone from your reality altogether, you could just be like, anytime you think about her, be like, no, fuck her. She doesn't exist. In fact, she moved away. She completely moved away. She's totally moved away. She's gone away, whatever. She's gone away. She actually hates us now. She totally hates us now. Good riddance. Therefore, she goes away, right? She doesn't like you. Do you think I care? I would not care. In fact, I don't even like you, bitch. Okay? I don't like you, and my SP hates you even more. So I would change the assumption for her of not a good person. And not a good person, does not want anything to do with you or your SP. She actually doesn't like us at all. Because if you assume she doesn't like you, she can't like you guys. Did what? What do you mean? I just went ahead and asked SP if he still wants me to come or not, so I know. Okay, well, that's not a big deal. If it's not a big deal if you asked your SP if he wants you to come or not. But if he said yes before, like I want to see you today, then why are you asking if he wants you to come or not? You should have been like, hey, what time do you want me to come over tonight? Right? To check the time, but not to be like, because here's the thing. You're saying that you asked SP if he still wants you to come over or not. Come or not is like, yeah or no. So you better right now start assuming that he absolutely wants you to come over today. Okay, you need to start assuming that, because you don't ask those questions and say or not. What the fuck do you mean or not? No, I'm coming. Period. What time you want me over, honey? Hey, bro. I am okay. I am okay. I mean, I should probably drink electrolytes, but I don't have any. Okay, Andy. $7,301. I don't understand. Why did that comment show up to you? What did it confirm? It didn't confirm a goddamn thing. At all. Okay, I get where you're going with this, okay? So, it confirms what we say here, right? Is there's a lot of weirdos on the internet, okay? Social media isn't real. There's a lot of weirdos on the internet. Haters will hate. You know, haters make you famous. All of those things that we say, or we don't, like, I don't go around ever saying any of that shit, but we've all said it at one point in our life, right? So because of that, that's all that confirms. That's all that confirms is what you believe about trolls on the fucking internet. I just don't give a shit. I just don't care. So that's it. That's all that, but that's what it's confirming, if that makes sense. You're welcome, Angelica friend. Or I mean, Amanda. My bad, girl. Nadine, for you, yeah, feeling empathy towards your SP instead of anger is a good thing. 1,000,000%, especially for you, bitch. Yes, it is. My coworkers keep trying to discuss how my SP is such a loser for leaving me. Well, Petra, you can't well, you have choices here. You have choices. Okay, you can ignore it, sure. You can ignore it, yeah, but this is also where I would set boundaries. Okay, this is where I would set boundaries with your coworkers. All of you guys, with your coworkers, your friends, your fucking family, all of them. If you have a good relationship with them, then why can't you just be like, hey, look, honestly, we all know this, but can you stop talking about it, please? Thanks. And then in your mind, be like, he's such a perfect boyfriend. He's such a perfect boyfriend. Okay, like change it in your mind real quick. You don't have to obsess over it, but tell them to mind their own fucking business. If there came a time when I had to tell my mom, I was like, can you not talk about it's clear how you feel. Can you not talk about my boyfriend anymore, please? Thank you very much. I had no problem doing that. At all. And did she listen? No, I had to kick her out of my house 3 times. But has she learned now? Yeah. Stop talking about him, or the conversation is over, right? And so at some point, if they care about you, they will respect you, and they'll respect your opinion about not talking about their SPs. Because I told you, I would get petty and start talking about their fucking boyfriends. And then when they're like, when they get offended, be like, oh, I'm so sorry. Did that offend you? Okay, I was just curious. Because how do you think I feel? Oh, did that not make you feel good? Oh, okay. I was just curious because you tend to think nothing of doing it to me. I know, teddy bear. I know, teddy bear. Can I still manifest my SP after 28 of not having any contact, not knowing where my SP is? Yeah. 1,000%, Liz. 1,000%. What do you mean not knowing where your SP is? I don't think your SP flew to another continent in 28 days. Okay? And even if you did, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If you focus on you and your SP being together, then that's exactly what will happen. Okay? If you focus on you and SP talking all the time, constantly spending time together, wanting to be together, that's exactly what's going to happen. He's going to come back in contact with you. That's right, Lulu. You are absolutely going to leverage. See, I'm loving all of you guys understanding that who the fuck decided what the law was. You know what I'm saying? That's how you have to think about this. You have to think about it this way. Who decided what the law of assumption is? They reverse engineered and thought about their thoughts, right? And they called it law of assumption. Because they were like, how does everything become everything, if you will? Right? And so they called it the law of assumption. And now there's 55,000 laws. Law of detachment law. That shit is fucking stupid. That shit is all stupid. Okay? It's all the same fucking shit. You know that, right? It's all the same shit. Law of assumption. It's like, thanks, thank you, girlfriend. It's like, it's so stupid because it's like, what the fuck is the law of detachment? I know what it is, but it's still, everything boils down to your assumption. There is not 25,000 laws in manifesting. It's still, if you assume that you need to detach, then yes, that's going to be true for you. If you assume that you need to diet to lose weight, that's going to be true for you. If you assume that you know what I'm saying? Everything is an assumption. So who decided that you had to follow the law when you can leverage, right? And so that's why I'm proud of my people, because what do my people do? Leverage. Leverage, leverage, leverage. We leverage the law. And then you get what you want. Because why would you want to why would you want to be a one-man operation when you can have an army? I'd rather do that. I'd much rather do that. So yes, if his sister viewed your profile, leverage it. And you could do a couple different things to leverage the sister viewing profile. One is obviously the sister was thinking about you or came across your profile and wanted to peep you out, okay? Or the sister was with the brother and he was like, dude, check out our profile. You go on your profile and check her profile out. I don't want to do that. You do that. And that's why the sister viewed your profile, okay? Because SP was probably sitting right fucking there. Or asked his sister, hey, can you go check her out and send me some screenshots? Because he can't stop thinking about you, and that's how you have to look at it. He can't stop thinking about you. And the sister, she thinks you're incredible. She's your number one fan. Yeah, his sister cannot stop talking about me to my SB, like literally. She talks about me to him all the time because he's always telling me about how his sister brings me up in all their conversations. Inner conversation. Mm-hmm. How do I keep my affirmations up and not spiral when he is literally throwing his relationship with gutter trash in my face? So why don't you, Dawn, focus on why don't you focus on some inner conversations about what you wanted to hear, not what you actually heard. Okay, so you can always focus your inner conversations on, like, you can always hear him talking about gutter trash as if he's talking about you, not gutter trash, right? Or you can hear him talk, or you can tell yourself that, like, yeah, and kind of find it funny, okay? Because it makes it more natural and realistic to you, is where you're just like, yeah, he can't stop talking. He literally cannot stop talking about how he fucking hates that bitch. Like, he can't stand her. And he literally just said this. Your subconscious mind doesn't have ears. It's not like, wait a minute. No, he didn't say that. No. That's not it at all. Okay, but it's you see, I want you guys to understand. Notice the trend. Notice the trend. Okay? This is the problem, is you're affirming, but then your main focus is affirming when really your main focus should be inner conversations. Inner conversations, because that is what pushes out every fucking time. So you're affirming, right? But then he's confirming the opposite. That's because in here, you're not controlling the inner conversations, which is why you could affirm gutter trash away till you're blue in the fucking face but then he's throwing it in your face. He's throwing his relationship with gutter trash in your face. That's why you're getting the opposite, because your inner conversation, you're letting what he's saying affect your inner conversations. So if you keep letting what he's saying affecting your inner conversations, that's why it ain't changing. That's why you are not seeing the difference. But if you would change the inner conversations that you're having consistently when it comes to him and gutter trash, then things shift. Things shift. Okay? And not worrying about it. Not worrying about it at all. Because it depends on throwing his relationship with gutter trash in your face. Okay, so this is where one, Dawn, you may very much be reacting verbally, which again is a conversation. Okay, you need to check all conversations. Okay, you may be reacting verbally, and that's a conversation you're having. Okay, so like, this is the problem with a lot of you guys. Thanks, Lindsay, girlfriend. This is where you guys kill me, because you guys will be like, we're in no contact. And you like throw a fucking fit that you're in no contact. Do you know how much discipline you need to have? That's why you start now. Do you know how much discipline you need to have when you're in contact? Especially if there's gutter trash. It requires a whole level up of discipline. Whole another level of discipline is what is required. So you may as well start now, because no contact, you know what they don't have? If you're in no contact, you know what you don't have to listen to? Their fucking mouth. Mouth can't move in no contact. So all you would have to do is focus your inner conversations to what it is you want. Inner conversation, inner conversation, inner conversation. Because when they come back in contact, if you would do what I said, when they come back in contact very quickly, well, you better be prepared, because you better be more disciplined in your inner conversations. So you might want to start now. You might want to start now, because that's the problem. This is what led to the breakup in the fucking first place, because you were not controlling your inner conversations. You were not controlling your conversations in general. And so because of that breakup, they left, no longer together. But if you would do what I said, focus mainly on inner conversations, because that's what you had the first time. Remember, that's what you had. That's what's been going on autopilot. If you would do that, guess what you'd also have? The opposite. The opposite, the opposite, the opposite. That's what you have to realize. Like, that's what you guys have to realize is how did this become everything? Okay. How did this become what it is? Did I have to go and cast a spell? Did I go and cast a breakup spell on my SP? No, I don't think so. Because that would be fucking weird, right? Did I go to a tarot card reader when everything was great in my relationship and be like, can you tell me the fate of my relationship? Nope. Did you have to go to a psychic when your relationship was amazing and be like, I would like to know the fate of my amazing marriage, please? No. So you don't have to do anything different. Now, what is you, like I keep telling you guys, in the breakup, this is where law of attraction is bullshit. You didn't sit there and visualize over and over again and daydream about the breakup. You're like, oh yeah. Oh man. It's going to feel so good when this man breaks my heart. Fuck yeah. Did you? No, I don't think so. You didn't do 55 by 5. You didn't do any of that shit. 369. You didn't do none of that. So why would you have to do any of that for the opposite? And even then, let's even go back further. Before you met your SP, I don't think you did any of that shit either, did you? Did you watch Law of Attraction? You're just like, yes, bring me my perfect boyfriend. I'm just going to decide and live in the end of marriage. I'm single right now, but live in the end of marriage with a man who I've never met yet, but that's okay. No. You didn't do any of that shit before you even met your SP. But you manifested him. Because you were focused on what? Yourself. You had great inner conversations to yourself. Right? You thought you were a bad bitch. You wanted a relationship, sure, but you didn't need one. You weren't giving off desperate ass energy, right? You were like maybe on dating sites or living your best life on fucking TikTok, and then all of a sudden, homeboy slides in your DMs. You know what I mean? You're on dating websites, but you're on dating apps, but you're not sitting there obsessively like, I need to find my Prince Charming, swipe right, swipe right, swipe right. No. I fucking hate dating apps. They give me a headache. All the swiping and shit, give me a fucking headache. And then you've got a perfect match. You know, honestly, I would go on those just to fucking toot my own ego. Before, I don't do them now. But before, when we were in no contact, I would literally go on dating apps and, sorry guys. I have a little thing in here. Okay. Anyway, I would purposely go on dating apps and be like, I would find like the hottest guys on the dating app and then swipe right. Is it left? Right? I don't fucking know. I'd swipe and Mina, I would swipe just because I would get thrilled when all of them were perfect matches. I'd be like, that's right. Of course. Why the fuck wouldn't we be? He's hot. I'm hot. So there we are. Did I ever message people? No. I find conversations so fucking boring sometimes where it's like, hey, how are you today? Oh, I'm good. How are you? I'm good. Have a good day. Tomorrow. Hey, how are you today? And I'm like, dude, if you don't get over the whole like having me feel like I'm living in a freaking Twilight Zone over and over again, Groundhog Day, right? I'm solid. I'm Gucci, actually. And I was like, so I'd always come and I'd always like ask questions. I'm like, so what's the number one thing? This is a good one, by the way, if you're on dating apps. I was big. So what's the number one thing that hardly anyone knows? Tell me something that hardly anyone even knows about you. Mm-hmm. I like that. I sound intelligent. Anyway, I digress. And here I go getting out of fucking control. Oh, look at that, Tally, darling. I mean, you need to up your game a little bit, though, because I know you're getting so many compliments, and now you have 2 SPs. But Ren, on the other hand, that bitch is up to 5. So I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding, but I just thought that was hilarious. If you're not up to 5, your game is off, bitch. Why do I feel that I want to take my SP in my arm and tell him everything is going to be okay? Nadine, that's a great inner conversation to have. You understand that, right, bitch? That's a great inner conversation to have. Is talk to him. Talk to him. And then you're over here, bitch, saying it's strange that you're not angry with him. Why would that be strange to you? If you're persisting in perfect boyfriend, why the fuck would it be strange for you to not be angry with someone? You shouldn't be. Because you caused this shit. How many times I gotta tell you that? How many times do I have to tell you that? It's like a broken record with you, Nadine, sometimes. But you know I love you. Is it okay to ask my SP how he's been when I know he's recently gotten rid of gutter trash? No, Nina. It's oh, I'm sorry. Yes, it's okay to ask. Your SP, excuse me. Yes, it's okay to ask your SP how he's been. Why not? Why not? You know, if you know that you get a response, you don't have to freaking wait for them. You don't have to be on principle and just wait for them and be like, no. ChatGPT said that it's best that I wait to contact him. Oh, okay. So you were talking to ChatGPT, and you know who the fuck I'm talking to. I was like, you're talking to ChatGPT, and ChatGPT was like, no, you should wait. ChatGPT is not your fucking therapist. Okay. But Nina, why not? I don't think there's anything wrong with that, girlfriend. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I cannot stand these fucking coaches on here that'll be like, go no contact. Go no contact. I'm like, since when has that been a thing? In all honesty, I didn't even know what no contact was when I was first manifesting. Because then I kept hearing it. I was just like, oh. Because you should have seen me like a fucking sappy baby when he did call me right after the breakup. And then he said, to tell me about his living situation and to tell me that his phone number would be changing. Is it crazy that I know the date? No, I don't know the date. Anyway, I called that day just to see, and I was like, I cried. Oh my God, I lost it. I lost my shit on the couch. Then I picked myself up. I mean, months later, but it's fine. I picked myself up. How can I affirm or flip the switch the feeling that my SP is just using me for his business? Okay, Marisol. It's not the feeling, it's your inner, it's again, this all boils down to what your inner conversation. So you can affirm against it, but you need to check your inner conversations, okay? So sorry. You need to check your inner conversations, okay? So you can't sit there and be like, SP is just using me for his business. Like, oh, okay, of course it's all fucking business. Because that's not what you're saying. But what you're saying, but your inner conversations are certainly implying that. Like, this is like, oh, of course he just wants to talk to me. It's always about business. And like, he just like, oh, of course he needs me to come over and help him with this fucking business again. And, you know, all of this stuff. So that's really what's going on, is that you're having inner conversations, but assigning the meaning to those conversations of just using you for his business. Versus if you said, no, actually, you change those inner conversations. So you would change the inner conversations you're having to like, he loves spending time with me, just the two of us. Like, we don't even talk about business hardly ever when we spend time together. Like, he doesn't really bring it up too much. You know, instead, whenever we're together, like, I love that it's just us. Like, it's just us. It's us time, right? It's our time. When we're outside of his business, like outside of his business, it's just us. Like, we don't even really talk about business at home. You know, things like that is where you're changing those inner conversations. You see what I'm saying? So when you change your conversations, your inner conversations, then your reality shifts to match said inner conversations. Okay. So therefore now you don't have to switch the feeling that he's using you for his business, because he won't be. And you'll get confirmation after confirmation after confirmation, because your inner conversations right now are what's implying that. Okay. Because it happens a couple times. We got a pattern now every time. It's kind of like I have a couple clients that struggle with their SP needing money from them. He only calls me when he needs something, right? He's constantly asking me for money. Therefore, literally every fucking time he contacts you, it's about money. He always needs something from you, because that's the conversations you're having in your mind. Is the second he calls you, you're like, oh God, what does he need now? You might even verbalize it too and be like, oh God, what does he need now? How much money is he going to ask me for today? Then you're shocked when he does it. And then you're like, see, always talks to me about money. That's why. Same thing with the business, because then you're like, see, he's just using me for the business. It's only confirming because your inner conversations are the opposite. What up, Shayna? Yes, that's right. Like she said, lock in, people. What you react to shows up. What part of this is unclear? Okay, she was with SP last night and he was affectionate and loving. That's right, girlfriend. That is right. Oh, good, Flashy, good. Well, your dog made it through his surgery. I'm happy for you, and hubby cannot wait to come and see him and make sure that he's all right. What are you talking or not talking about? We're talking about SPs. Literally the title of my lives. Just saying. What should I do if I feel to do so? Hold your questions, guys, okay? Because we're going to do that techniques in a second. What should I do if I feel to do something? Yesterday, he made me understand that he wants to see me. What are you fucking talking about, Pilata? What should you do if you feel the need to do something? Yesterday, he made me understand that he wants to see me. Okay, So what you're not going to do is pop up. We please don't do that. Please don't do that. Okay, like, don't play the pop-up game. People don't like that shit at all. Okay. But you can be like, hey, let's hang out tonight. Yeah, that's not a question. It's, hey, let's hang out tonight. You could do that. You could reach out to him. Why not? But stop saying he made you understand that he wants to see you. How the fuck does someone make you understand they want to see you? Huh? Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Stop looking for validation. None of you guys should be looking for validation. You are the validation. There's no outside source that you need to check and validate and get the validation, confirmation from. You are the confirmation. You are the validation. You don't need to do none of that shit. Nicole, how do you stop wavering? I tend to waver a lot, but I'm trying to stop, but it's hard. Okay, it's easy to waver, but here's what I want you guys to look at. Wavering isn't fucking up your manifestation. It's not. Just because you have a momentary thought against what you want, it's not like that's fucking you up. It's the consistent wavering. It's the consistent checking the 3D for validation. It's those type of things that are what's keeping it at bay. But just because you have a random thought against what it is that you want, that's normal at first, because you're learning to refocus your thoughts, and you're learning how to control your thoughts. Okay, so because you're learning how to control your thoughts, it's okay you guys need to all give your fucking self some grace, okay? It's okay to understand and be like, okay, I've been thinking negatively for a long fucking time. For a long time, I have been thinking against things. I have constantly put myself down, looked at the worst case scenario, done all those things. I've been doing that forever. And so now here I am I've never controlled my thoughts. So now I'm here actually controlling my thoughts. So that's a muscle that needs to be nurtured. So you don't stop wavering. Okay. We have this person gotta go. Okay. Let's be respectful of people. Thank you very much. Don't you fucking dare ever. No one throws shade at my fucking people. No one throws shade at my people. Shanna is beautiful, so that's we're not gonna do. Okay? Okay. To each their own. To each their own. All right, so there's that. So you need to, does that make sense, Nicole? So you need to give yourself some grace and be like, okay, I've done this on autopilot so fucking long. So now I'm learning how to control my thoughts. So because I'm learning how to control my thoughts, that's just going to take a little bit of discipline, right? It's going to take a little bit of discipline, but it's okay because you know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. When I cannot fuck this up. I can never screw it up. You guys should all tell yourself that, by the way, in your inner conversations. It's like, no, I can't, wavering doesn't mean shit. I can't ever screw it up. I literally can't screw it up. Don't even acknowledge wavering and just be like, I have, just flip the thought. Because when you flip the thought, every time you waver, you're not screwing anything up. And then eventually when you start to see movement, you start to see things conforming, then it's a lot easier to stop. Well, actually, that would be a lie. Thanks, Shanti girlfriend. I was going to say it's a lot easier, but no, it's not for people. To not waver, it's something that, and it's unrealistic to think you're just never going to waver in life. That's also very unrealistic, okay? And so you don't want to think oh, damn, I've got, I wavered. Oh shit. No, don't even worry about it. Just flip the thoughts because it's in life, you're going to waver at certain things. It doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. So what? So what? Give yourself some slack. Okay? Okay. Now, 1,000%. 1,000%. Shanna. 1,000%. Because that is true. Pretend everyone can hear your opinion of yourself and believe it without question. 1,000%. What up, Diamond Girlfriend? Because that is true. I would use that. Because how you see yourself is important. Which is why when we do the photo method now, we have to go back to the version of ourself before we even met our SP. Who the fuck were you? You weren't walking around all insecure, were you? No, you weren't. You weren't over here getting all in your shit all the time. You weren't freaking out and overreacting of things that there was nothing to overreact. So you weren't overreacting and all that stuff. What the fuck are you talking about, Michaela? What are you talking about? Ain't nobody scamming people but maybe you, bitch. And this is my life, so you can kindly see your ass out. Thanks. Bye. All right. I know. Fucking weird. Oh, hey, James, buddy. What if your SP is not the person to confess? Go figure. She didn't like what I had to say, clearly. What if my SP is not the person to confess his feelings himself? Will it still happen? Jillian, yes. Okay, first of all, there's a couple things here. And we're going to go down relationship lane after we do the exercises because I think you guys will understand a lot. Okay, because I get a lot of new people. Okay, so first of all, Jillian, you need to stop describing him as the person who doesn't confess his feelings. Okay? Because therefore, he doesn't. The number one problem that people have, and I know because I've had a shit ton of coaching calls, okay? The number one problem people possess the number one thing people tolerate in their relationship, but feel need improvement on, is communication. Communication. They like to keep things bottled up inside. Yeah, and that's how you describe them. Therefore, they never express their feelings to you, right? They never express their feelings. So because of that, he literally, as long as you see them not confessing their you see him as the person that doesn't confess his feelings, he literally can't. He can't. And he's probably told you that at some point. He probably has told you that because it's probably true for him. It's an assumption he has about himself, but not in your reality. What the fuck's it got to do with your relationship? You could not confess your feelings to everybody in the world except for me, bitch. Except for me. You're constantly confessing your feelings to me. In fact, you cannot stop confessing your love to me. You confess your love to me every goddamn day. If that's what you want. But it will still happen. 1,000%. Okay? Because you can choose to accept or not accept. Okay, so you guys don't seem to understand that somebody can literally tell you, I'm not attracted to you. I don't want to be with you. I just it's not a thing. It's not a thing. I don't want a relationship. I just want to be alone. They can tell you whatever the fuck they want. But if you'll control your inner conversations, within a day or two, could be a couple days, could be a week at most, they're completely telling and confessing their feelings to you that is the complete opposite of what they said 4 days ago. And you're like, You don't remember what? Never mind. Keep going, honey. Keep going. It's the complete opposite. Like, you can accept it or not accept it. And you should tell yourself that. They tell your ass something, you should be like, in your mind. I'd be like, no. Well, you could even say that verbally. It doesn't fucking matter. Because they're telling you the opposite anyway. You could be like, I honestly don't believe that. Sorry, I just don't believe that. And that's what you need to tell yourself. I don't believe that. No. I know he loves me. I know he loves me. He loves being in a relationship with me. I know he's coming back. Like, literally. I already know this. That is not a doubt in my mind. You know, all of these things you can say, and all of a sudden, complete 180. Like, that shit they just talked to you and told you all about how they don't feel about you is the complete opposite now. Of course it is. Thank you for playing. Come again. What else would I like? Yes, Lugba, you can change the result of an exam. 1,000%. Okay, 1,000%. But what you can't do is see there. Somebody did that. Somebody actually did that. You can't sit there and keep looking at the result of an exam. So instead, be like, I just got an A on that exam. I totally got an A on that exam. I just got an A. So if that means the teacher has to regrade your shit, or somehow online that shit turns into an A+, that's what that means. I just aced that exam. It was so easy. I literally just aced that exam. Okay? And they will. You can turn somebody's no into a yes. You can do all that shit. Shanae, sister. Are you feeling better, Shanae? Because, bitch, you know you are. Stop it. See, look at all these. This is what I love about my people. This is what I love about our community, right? Is Shanae's here and Angela's already asking, how's her boy doing? How's her baby boy doing? You know, things like that. This is what we do here. We are family. We're a family. And if you want to become a part of our family, then go join the WhatsApp group. That's right, Diamond. That's right. He's the best you ever had. Or you're the best he's ever had. Yes. In fact, he can't even imagine at all being without you. Okay, I need to book a call with you ASAP. Yes, Shanae. I just saw you messaged me, so let me put you on my calendar, girlfriend. All right. Yes, you are, Jacques. Yes, you are. Amanda, it's in my bio. Can listening to my recorded affirmations about gutter trash repeatedly work for getting rid of her? Yes. Yes, Jackie. Well, yes and no. Okay? Yes and no. So the problem is, here's the problem. The problem is this, is you can't solely rely on auditory, okay, hearing, okay, your affirmations. Instead, it's the inner conversations you're having. So when it comes to gutter trash, you need to control the narrative. You need to control the narrative. So if you think about gutter trash in a unfavorable light, affirm 1,000%. Affirm verbally or in your mind to gutter trash, because just because you're listening to shit, you're still thinking, okay? And this is what you have to understand. This is what all of you have to understand is, even though you're listening to something, unless you're listening to it at night, that's totally different, okay? But you're still thinking. You're still thinking. I used to affirm while watching YouTube videos. Have you ever been listening to something and your mind completely wanders to the left? Yeah. Or like my boyfriend will he always like he probably finds it super fucking annoying. But I literally will, it'll take us sometimes 4 hours to watch a movie. Because he'll be playing like his video games and we'll be watching a movie and I'll be on like my phone or I'll check my phone or something. And then, or I'll get up and go to the kitchen. Then I come back and I rewind it. And he's like, it takes him a second. Then he's like, wait a minute, didn't we just listen to that? Didn't we just watch this part? I was like, maybe. So, you know what I'm saying? So, hey. I know, Shanae. That's why I said, I know this, bitch. That's why I said that I saw your WhatsApp, so I'll send you a message. Yes, for the time and day. I know, girl. Jillian, there's no right or wrong answer because either way, you're affirming something. Okay? Either way, you're affirming something. So if you want to robotically affirm for what it is that you want, yeah. But telling yourself you have it when you think about it, that works too. But again, there's okay, I was counting, doing a little bit of math. I might be wrong on the thing, but I'm pretty sure there's three main things that are manifesting all the time. Okay, all the time. And that is one, your thoughts, the inner conversations. Two, the words coming out of your fucking mouth when you speak to people. Okay, three, your current assumptions, which are in the subconscious mind. Okay, your current assumptions. All of that is manifesting. So if you assume that your SP doesn't want to be with you, because he told you that, right? Then that's going to be true for you until this is why people robotically affirm and say, no, he absolutely wants to be with me. He'll do anything to be with me right now. He'll do anything to be with me right now. He'll do anything to be with me right now. Okay. Because that's that's creating a new neural pathway, which is rewriting the assumption that's currently in play. Okay. So either way it goes, you have to pay attention to your inner conversations. So just because you're robotically affirming or telling yourself you have it, what are you thinking about outside of that though? You see what I'm saying? So you have to, that's what they don't tell you. And you have to think about it. Okay, well, Nina, bitch, shoot that shit back to the top. Okay. Did that make sense? Probably not, Amanda, if you want to drop it again, unless it's that fucking one about your job. If it's that one about the job, you drop it when you're ready to listen to the answer. Okay. Okay, hold your questions. Sky, you better stop, by the way. I'm telling you now. I'm dead ass serious. You better stop questioning what's going on with SP and gutter trash behind the scenes unless you want to take it. Look, unless you want to take gutter trash out that dumpster and drag her ass right back into your reality, right back to your SP's life, you better close that shit and let the dump truck take her ass out. Okay, you better close that lid. Because if you don't, you will keep her in your reality. You will just keep bringing her back over and over and over again. And why the fuck would you want to do that? That's where, if you're going to question, that's where you leverage. If you keep questioning what's going on with SP and gutter trash, why don't you decide what's going on with gutter trash? and SP. You need to control the narrative. All of you need to control the narratives. Can you reach out first if you're manifesting that the SP will text you? Yes, Amanda, you can. You can. Thank you. Thank you, Patriot. I need to go follow you back so you can help me out here. You can help me out here. Because I don't think, do I? Let's find out. Oh. I fucking do now. I do now. Hold on one sec. What up, L? Hold on one sec. All right. We're in like Flynn, baby. Now. All right. And Patriot, go fucking accept my fucking friend's request, bitch. Well, L, I'm here right now. That don't do no good. That don't do no good. All right. I appreciate you, Patriot. He's amazing, by the way. All right. So let's go ahead and get in a comfy space. We're going to do the energy cord cutting right now. Okay. I really want you guys, I need you guys to cut the energy cord. If you're new here, I have both of these are on here. Okay. On my page. So there's a trilogy of me wearing 3 red shirts. It's the very first video. That is the one that we're doing now. And then the next one that we're going to be doing as well are going to be, it's pinned to the top of my TikTok and it's got like 41,000 views. Okay. That's a second, and that's called the photo method that we're doing. Okay. So there's that. All right, Chanel. So there's that. Okay. So we've got this. Now, I want you guys to breathe. Okay. Now I want you to close your eyes, get comfy. Just get comfy. And I want you to take 3 deep breaths in and out. Now I want you to imagine being in an amphitheater, a big giant amphitheater. You're sitting in the middle of this amphitheater and it's dark outside. And in front of you, there's a stage. And on this stage, there's a single stage light that goes from the ceiling of the stage down to the center of the stage. Now I want you to focus your attention on that stage light just for a minute. Now, as you begin to focus on the stage light, you start to notice that you're not alone. In fact, there's a dark, shadowy figure off into the back, out of the light, in the back of the stage. Now, as you start to shift your focus from the light to the shadowy figure, do that now. You start to realize that that person is your SP. Now, I want you to call your SP, say their name, and call them into the light, into the center of the stage. Do that now. And as your SP starts to walk into the light, you start to notice their facial features, their physical features. You also notice a gold cord that runs from the center of your third eye directly into their third eye. I want you to ask your SP these 2 questions, and I want you to hear them respond. If you can hear their voice, great. If you cannot, that's okay too. I want you to look at your SP right now and ask them, do you support me? Hear them tell you, yes. Now ask your SP, do you love me? Also hear them tell you, yes. Now I want you to say these 4 phrases to your SP. This time, you're not going to hear them respond, and that's okay. I want you to look at your SP right in their eyes, and I want you to tell your SP, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Now I want you to reach up with your hands as if it's a pair of scissors. And I want you to reach up and I want you to cut the cord that runs directly from your third eye. And as that cord starts to fall to the floor, I want you to reach up with your other hand and I want you to grab the roots of that gold cord and just rip them out of your third eye and toss them aside. Now, as the gold cord continues to fall to the floor, your SP starts to float away like a balloon. And he gets farther and farther. And they get smaller and smaller. And they get farther and farther. And they get smaller and smaller. And farther and farther. Until they just disappear. I'll take one more deep breath in and out. And slowly open your eyes. Tat. Yes, it is a specific person. Hey, now you can expect your SP to think about you. Okay, because when they think about you, I did this with my ex. This is before I was manifesting. And I cut the cord with my ex. And he, in 72 hours, Ness, in 72 hours, he called me. And he was like, hey, and I hadn't talked to him in 8 years. And he was like, hey, I was just thinking about you. I want to see how you're doing. Yeah. So I do recommend that you cut the cord with many different people in your life, okay? Start with those that are more recent in your life, okay? Start with those that are more recent in your life, and then branch out from there, okay? So you want to start with people recent in your life, then you want to start with those negative Nellies in your fucking past, okay? Like if you have anybody who's just negative all the damn time, you're just like, ugh. Start with them. Because you're doing this to preserve your own energy, okay? When you preserve your own energy, that is what makes you feel better. That is what makes you feel better. Exactly, you do feel lighter. User 478. That's because that's because the energy's fresh and you are, this is where they say like you carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. Sometimes you'll have good days, high energy. And the other days you'll be like, I just want to fucking sleep all day long. I'm exhausted, right? That's why. Because everybody is attached to your energy. That's right. That is right. Thank you, user 478. Oh, I like that. You did it on your mom. I love that. Good question, Diamond. Yes. Because it's like, do you love me? But it's not like, are you in love with me? You know what I'm saying? So it's a bit different when it comes to that. Okay? There's a bit difference there. Yes, that's the Ho'oponopono prayer. Yeah, it's not how you spell it, but that's okay. If you truly lock in, Julianne, you should see change in less than 72 hours. You should see some kind of movement if you're truly locked in, okay? In my experience and in several people's different experience. What up, Adriana? Did you change is this your dummy profile? I'm just kidding. Anyway, all right, let's do the photo method. All right. Now, while I'm talking, I want you to get your SP's photos out, okay? If you're new here, we do the photo method every single day on this live because I need to literally, I need to know, I need you guys to get contact. Okay. How the fuck can you expect a relationship if you can't even expect a call? See what I'm saying? Okay. So we need to get you in contact. Okay. In contact. And so the way we do that is through thought transmission, how you see them, but not just how you see them, how you see yourself. Okay. So I want you to go back in time before you, my number, please. I want you to go back in time to before you met your SP, or even when you met your SP. I want you right now to remember who you were. Who were you as a person? What kind of self-concept did you have? How were you? I want you to remember this version of you, because this version of you is what caused your SP to chase you, to want you, to pursue you, to want to talk to you all the time, and to spend time with you, to want to be with you. That's who this person was for you. And that hasn't gone away. That hasn't changed. It's who they are for you. It's who you are for them, excuse me. Okay, that's what won their heart. That version of you is what caused your SP to fall in love with you, to want to be in a relationship with you, to do all of that. You understand? That's the version of you that we're talking about right now. Now, I also want you to fast forward in your relationship, because hold on to that version of you. You must become that version of you right now. Now, I want you to fast forward in your relationship to when everything in your relationship with you and your SP was perfect. If you're married, typically it's your wedding day. I want you to remember who your SP was for you. Amanda, that these are people that I'm manifesting for. I want you to remember who the version of your SP that was perfect, that won your heart too. Go back to that version. Select that version of your SP right now. Do it now. Remember who they were as a person for you. How did they make you feel? Why them? What made them so special that caused you to fall in love with them? That version of your SP is now who they are for you again. Yeah, Haley, hold on to the qualities of them. Hold on to the qualities of them, okay, for you. Okay, so those are the only versions from today, right now, moving forward. Those are the only versions of your SP and yourself that exist. No other version exists. Because the reality is, not only were you a different person in the beginning of your relationship than you were at the end, so were they. And that's what caused you two to be magnetic together. That's what caused you two to fall in love. That's what caused you two to spend time together, to talk all the fucking time. And that is now who you guys are for each other again. Again, right now. Your SP has written a text to you constantly. Your SP has constantly tried to text you. He's constantly been waiting. He's been rewriting this message over and over again so they can get the perfect words to say to you right now. They have been dying to talk to you. Literally. They look at your picture every fucking day and remember all the good times you guys have together. They're thinking about you right now. It's time for you to let them contact you. They're waiting. They're waiting. They've got their phone out right now. They are waiting to talk to you. They have so much catching up to do. They cannot wait to just talk to you. Well, Jane, you would be actually very spot on. You would be actually very spot on. Man, she's good at my personality type. She's very good at my personality type. You're very spot on. Because I'm eventually going to yell at my people again today. I do it almost every day. Anyway, sorry, I digress. Okay, so I want you to remember these versions. And this is it. That is it. Nothing else exists. Now, if you are new here, I want you to put on your fucking crown. If you are not new here, I want you to straighten your crown. Because here we get what we want and we get it when we want it. Period. Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. Okay. We get what we want. We get it when we want it. We don't take no for an answer. Period. Do you understand? When queens and kings give commands, do they question, wonder, check to see if their command is going to be fulfilled? No. When kings and queens give commands, they know, they expect for it to be done. It is already done. There's nothing to check. There's nothing to doubt. There's nothing to question. None of that shit. Ooh, look at check that out. That is not who you are. You are the queen and the king of your reality. There's no one above you in your own fucking house. What you say goes. Back then, you never questioned if you would hear from your person, ever. You never questioned how they felt about you. You never questioned any of that shit. Ever. You just knew. You knew. So now, it's that time for you to know again. For you to know who you are right now. As a woman, as a person, as a husband, as a boyfriend. Channel your queen and king energy now. You get what you want and you get it when you want it. So you're going to now look at your picture of your SP. Now, if you are in no contact with your SP or you're in contact, but it is not consistent contact, then you are going to look at your SP's photo and tell them what to do. You're going to tell them to contact you. If you're alone, say it out loud. Say it with a little bit of backbone. If you're not alone, say it in your mind. Don't look like a wacko. Okay? Now, you definitely want to tell them, you can say they're contacting you, calling you, or texting you. It really doesn't fucking matter. However they do it naturally is how it will happen, okay? So I want you right now to look at your SP's photo and you're going to tell them, because I always put you guys on a brief little break. Okay? So therefore, we don't have to worry about anything. And I have to go to the ladies' room, okay? So I want you guys to, right now, you're going to tell them, you're contacting me right now. 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 Okay. Now, if you are in constant communication, then you have two choices. You can tell them they're contacting you right now, or you can say you're coming to see me today. You're coming to see me today. You're coming to see me today. Okay. Now, if you are in any of the ships, friendship, situationship, relationship, then you can tell them they're contacting you today, they're coming to see you today, or you can have fun with it and say, you're cooking me dinner tonight, you're bringing me dinner tonight, you're buying me flowers today, or bringing me flowers today. You're going to make me a bubble bath. You're going to give me a foot massage. You're giving me a massage. We're having sexy time tonight. Whatever you want. Whatever you want. Okay? You're going to do this and you're just going to know. Give your commands right now and just know and expect them to contact you. Alrighty. Does anybody know how to remove mods? Ooh, I almost blocked Lisa with a butterfly. That would have been rude. So, hold on. It's around here somewhere. Or how to add a mod. Does anybody know how to do that shit? I don't know. I'm trying to scroll up, but I can't. Anyway, we're back. Now, I need you to sit back and relax, okay? Sit back and relax and expect them right now to contact you. Okay, expect them to contact you. Right now. Do it now. Okay. You didn't look at any of this stuff before. None of that stuff bothered you before. So it shouldn't bother you now. You should never, ever wonder. You should never wonder why they're. Oh, I'm sorry, Sarah. That's rude. Yes, remove mods. I'm trying to remove mods. So you should never wonder what they're thinking about. You should never wonder what how they feel about you. You should never wonder what's going on in their mind. You control that. You decide. It's you. You decide what they're thinking all the fucking time. All the time you decide. So what is it that right now, what is it that you want to decide right now? What do you want to decide about them? About them and you. What do you want to decide? Decide that now. Decide right now. What is it that you want them to be thinking about right now? Why don't you spend a second? What are they thinking about right now? Danielle, I have to follow you back on TikTok. I will do that, sister. And then I'll add you tomorrow. Okay? Right, so you have to decide, okay? You can't wonder anymore what they're thinking about. No, they're thinking about nothing but me all fucking day long. All they can think about is how great we are together and how amazing of a relationship. I know that they're thinking about me. And I know. Tell yourself what you know. Because remember, your subconscious mind has two jobs: to take you at your word. It doesn't have an opinion. And to push out what you know. So what do you want to know? Okay, so this is where we bypass. This is where we bypass the conscious mind, okay? This is where we move things around. This is where we move things around, okay? This is where we say, okay, I want them to be with me right now. We're together and I'm going to have inner conversations until I'm fucking blue in the face about how amazing of a relationship we are. Like how amazing of a relationship we have. Like all the things I want them to say, everything I want them to say and do, all of that shit. We need to decide. When you know, and this is where we leverage the subconscious mind. Okay. So if the subconscious mind knows, if the subconscious mind's job is to push out what you know, then tell yourself what you know. I know exactly how they feel about me. I know that they want to be with me. I know how they feel about me. I know that they can't stop thinking about me. I know this. I know. And then guess what they're going to do? Push it out. Push it out. Push it out. Push it out. Oh, well, we know this, so must be true. Push it out. Takes you at your word, right? Oh, well, we know this too. Must be true. Push it out. Oh, we know this too. Okay, push it out. And confirm. You control the inner conversations. You control what they feel about you. You control everything about you. Everything about you, you control. Their feelings, what they say to you, all of that shit is what you know. They will push it out. I tested this, guys. I tested this where I didn't question shit. I said, I'm not questioning anything. So if it pushes out what you know, then I'm going to be like, oh, I have no doubt, right? There's so many different ways you can say, I know. Okay. So you can literally be like, no, let's say he tells you right now, he doesn't want a relationship with you. You could, or I'm not in love with you. You could be like, oh, okay. I get it. But in your mind, oh, No, I know exactly how he feels about me. I know he's in love with me. I know I'm the love of his life. I know he's never loved anyone but me. I know exactly how he truly feels about me. I know he's in love with me. Like there's no doubt in my mind that they're coming home, that she's coming home, that he's coming home. There's no doubt. I have no doubt that we're getting back together. Now, I have no doubt. And because that's saying, oh, well, we don't have any doubts about this, so must be fucking true. Okay? Your subconscious mind listens. It's always listening. Okay? It listens to your inner conversations. And you have to understand that. So this is where people say, well, what if I don't believe? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Is you're not sitting there saying, yeah, but I don't really believe that. Yeah, but I don't really believe that. You just do. That is very true. James and Patriot are very intelligent individuals. Along with all of you guys, of course. So, April, you reacted to the 3D today. Everything was going great, but you saw him kind of flirting with someone. Okay, so flirting is in the eye of the beholder. Okay, you need to, in your mind, define flirting. Let's be quite frank. Because I'm a very nice person. Unless I have a reason not to be. But I am a really nice person. Like I talk to everybody. And I'm very nice about it. But that doesn't mean I'm flirting with them, right? You're just being nice, respectful, not trying to be like an asshole. So this is where you work on yourself, April. Don't worry about it. Change your inner conversation right now. That's what you're going to do about it. You're going to change your inner conversation. Be like, no, actually, I'm the only one he likes. Like I literally, like I'm the only one he's attracted to. He literally cannot stop looking at me. He's like, I'm his favorite fucking person. He would never, ever flirt with anybody but me because he loves me. And I know this. Okay. When you do that, the inner conversations will push out. All of a sudden, he's like, honey, I know I would never flirt with anybody. Like, I was just being nice. I didn't want to be an asshole. That's all that is. You know, my boyfriend's a nice guy. Doesn't mean he's flirting with every fucking chick he comes across. He's just a nice person. You can choose to label whatever you want, but this is where you have to evolve and stop seeing him as that person. You need to start seeing him as the loving, faithful, loyal, and committed boyfriend. Not the boyfriend who wants to be with you and flirt with other people. No. Actually, no. He's just a nice person. But that meant nothing to him at all. You need to do that. And then from now on, April, you're going to shut the fuck up. Okay? We're not going to react. There's no need to react. What is there to react to? What can I say when SP looks down at his phone and giggles for no reason? It triggers me. But why? Okay, it's manifest. Why on earth would that trigger you? For what purpose? Like, honestly, let's be quite frank. For what purpose is that triggering you? And how is that triggering you? Right? My boyfriend does that all the time. Because his phone's not necessarily on volume up. He can literally be scrolling Instagram and see it, like he likes reels. And so he could literally be looking at his phone and come across a funny ass meme and be scrolling through his social media and see a meme and fucking start laughing. So what? A lot of you guys need to stop with the nonsense. You need to stop with the nonsense. Like, seriously, like, what's triggering you? If anything, just be like, if you need to change that, just be like, no. Actually, every time he looks down at his phone, he giggles because all he can do is think about me. It's literally all he can do is think about me. Period. Because you said that shit like, come on now. Oh, MKD, I was already planning on you, bitch. That's why I followed you earlier. I don't know how this is working. I'll figure it out. It's pissing me off, though, I'll tell you that much. Okay, oh yeah. I love being reported for bullying. I was like, I guess. Me telling you to fucking knock the stupid shit off. Okay. You would understand more. I honestly would understand you more getting triggered when it's like 2 a.m. and he's looking at his phone, laughing. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, that's what my boyfriend does. He gets up and he scrolls on, he doesn't do Instagram anymore, but he'll be on like YouTube. And he'll scroll on YouTube, like the short videos or whatever, or maybe he'll see a reel and he'll fucking start laughing. His sense of humor is very different than mine, but he'll do all of that. So it's very, very different. Okay. It's very, very different. And I can't fucking figure this shit out. What am I doing wrong? I have to be doing, I found out how to do it. God, I'm fucking amazing at this shit. Not really. Not really. Oh, but that's how I can block people too. Yeah, let's do it. Sorry, I'm getting so fucking distracted. I would honestly, you guys should be testing this shit out. Like I did this. I am constantly testing things on my boyfriend. But when you test things out, then you're just like, well, shit, okay, I got this. Like, and because you'll literally see them confirm, right? So Lisa, you could have fun with this. Lisa with the butterfly. You could literally have fun with this where you could be like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and test this on my boyfriend. So I'm going to go ahead and have inner conversations about what an amazing fucking guy he is. In fact, I'm going to role play in my own mind about a conversation we're about to have, right? And you don't have to say that you're about to have this conversation, but you can literally just be like, think in your mind, you're like, oh God, he's actually texting. He's going to text me how much he's literally going to confess his feelings by texting me today. Cause like he can't hold it back anymore. He's going to tell me right now, like, cause I know that he absolutely is in love with me and he's going to tell that to me. Right. He's going to tell me everything that I want to fucking hear. Everything that I want to hear. I tested that. Okay. I literally tested that. And I said that to myself. And so when I saw this person, aka my boyfriend, he told me everything that I wanted to hear. Everything that I wanted to hear. Because that's what I said. And the fun thing is you don't have to say that shit a lot. Okay? You don't have to say that shit a lot at all. At all. By testing, do we say it in our mind or out loud? You can do both. You can do both. It doesn't matter. You can do it in your mind. I do it in my mind, but let's say your boyfriend calls you today and he's like, hey, so I've thought about our relationship and I want to meet up and talk. Okay. And you're big. Or like, hey, what are you doing like today? Whatever. So then you're like, okay, in here. Now it's like, okay, so I've decided like that he's going to tell me everything I hear. I know he's going to tell me everything I want to hear. He's going to tell me literally everything I want to hear. And he's going to tell me how much he loves me, how much he wants to be with me, and how he's so excited for our future together, whatever it is you want him to fucking say. And he will. And he will. And then you'll prove it to yourself. You'll be like, oh shit. He literally told me everything that I wanted to hear. Everything that I wanted to hear. Even if yesterday he was saying the whole ass opposite. That's the fun part. That's the fun part. Right? And well, that was just fucking rude. And that's what makes it exciting and fun is when they do it and you're like, that's right. That's right. That's the fun part about it. Okay. And so again, control your inner conversations. Okay. Control your inner conversations. So here's what I want you to do. Okay. I want you to, oh yeah, do that. I love that shit. And if you're with your man, test it with sexy time. Go ahead. Go ahead. Look at his photo and be like, you're making love to me tonight, by the way. You're making love to me tonight. And then when he does, you'll be like, that's fucking right. What else do I want? Let's check off in the box category of perfect boyfriend. What else is it that I want? Oh, yeah, that. Okay, now we'll do this one too. That's what's fucking fun. That's what's freaking fun. I tell you guys, you can test this on anybody. You can test it on anybody, and they will tell you what you want to hear. I just choose to channel energy in a certain direction, not in other directions, if you know what I mean. There's things that are on the priority spectrum and things that are not on that priority spectrum. But that's the goal for you, is control your inner conversations. So you can control your inner conversations literally so easily. You can control them so easily where you need to start telling your fucking self that he's absolutely going to call me right now. Like he literally just found my number because he could have, like, let's be honest. He could have lost your number, forgot your name, done all these things, right? And has absolutely every reason to contact you. He has every intention to contact you, right? So you can literally just tell yourself this and say, oh yeah, he's actually contacting me right now. He just found my phone number and he's going to send me a text today. Like he's literally going to send me a text today because he cannot get me off his mind. Since I gave him my number, he literally cannot get me off his mind. I know he can't. I know he cannot stop thinking about me all the time. And so he's actually going to text me now. And he will. And he will. But you need to stop thinking of all the other worst case scenarios. He doesn't want to talk to me. Oh, he just got my phone number, but he wants nothing to do with it. Like, no. There's a level of security, level of confidence about you that you need to tap into. Because when people don't just ask for your phone number without an intention to contact you. You know what I'm saying? If they don't just ask for your number without an intention for you to contact. Okay? So instead, okay, I need you right now, Nesp, to get a grip. Because you're holding on to the fact that you spiraled 2 weeks ago and now nothing, but that's because you're now focusing on the flip side of things. Get back to what you were focused on when you had me manifest for you, or when I'm still manifesting for you, but I need you to go back to the person you were and the thoughts you had at that time. At that time, you'll see they're very different. Okay. There's no reason you should be spiraling, any of you, because that means you're dwelling on the shit for too long. You're dwelling on the shit. Okay. So instead, you need to focus on inner conversations. Those thoughts that are coming up over and over again. Inner conversation. Let me go ahead and fucking fantasize in my own mind palace about how freaking amazing we are together, and how amazing our marriage is, how amazing our relationship is in general, and how we just had think about the conversation. Like if your SP was to contact you right now, what do you want them to say? Well, imagine that conversation right now. Imagine them telling you all the things that you want to hear. Imagine that right now. There's no difference. Okay? Because either way, you're having some kind of conversation within yourself. Okay? All of you guys are having some kind of conversation within yourself. So if you're spiraling, that means you're having like this whole fucking marathon of negative conversation within your mind. So instead, you need to be like, nah, that's going to be a hard fucking no. Instead, I'm going to flip those conversations, and instead of going and spiraling in a negative conversation, I'm going to spiral in a positive conversation instead. And I'm going to focus only on what it is that I want, everything I want, and imagine him telling me when we talk and how amazing of a conversation we're having and blah, 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 and this, that, and the third. Yes, I said marathon, bitch. Of all the things about your relationship. And how amazing you guys are. I literally have tested this for 1 week. 1 week. I tested. Look at that. I tested this for 1 week. Okay. And every freaking thing I thought about, I got. Everything. You don't understand that. You don't seem to understand that you're always getting what you want. You're always getting what you want. Let's be frank. Okay, because something will happen. Like if you want me to be perfectly honest with you, did I manifest all of my admins leaving? 1,000%. 1,000%. The difference is I don't blame people. I put myself at cause. Okay. I put myself at cause for everything. Did I manifest that? Yeah, I did. I did. Because I started noticing behavior changes. And I didn't dwell on it. I didn't dwell on it at all. I just thought something was off. And sure enough, it was. Sure enough, it was. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So what? Fix it. Fix it if you want to. I just don't have any desire to. There's a difference. Okay? There's a big difference. Okay? But I'm not saying you can't do all that, right? I am that person where I'm like, I put myself 100% responsible for everything in my life. But because I do, I get what I want. But I also manifest things that I don't want. It's a learning lesson. Like we're not perfect. We learn. Okay. And that's what you'll notice is you learn about things. You learn about things in yourself. Yes. Lisa with the butterfly. It absolutely was the experiment I've been working on. Is let me take affirming out of it. Okay. Because I'm always testing things. So I said, okay, let's take one little step back. Let's take affirming out of it. Okay. And let's just take affirming out of it for a second and say, okay, if I didn't obsessively affirm all day long, but I still affirm, don't get me wrong. Okay. I still affirm, but casually throughout the day, casually, not like I used to. And I said, if I can take affirming out of it and only focus on inner conversations, right? Because you guys I always take the questions that you ask and then I test it. And I said, yeah, it's because you guys always ask, like, why is it so easy for the negative shit to manifest? Like, why does it manifest quickly versus the positive? So I said, well, let's test this shit out. Let's test it out, right? Because my answers have always been the same because you don't dwell on the shit. Like you think about it, have a little conversation with your fucking mind, dwell on it for just a little bit, and then you keep pushing. You don't think about it again. You're talking to your friend, right? And they're like, how are you in SP? And you're like, not good. Yeah, no, we're not good. Actually, like we still aren't talking. Like it's been about 3 months. We still aren't talking. And then you move on. And now you and your friend are talking about something totally different, right? And so you didn't think about it again. So I said, okay, if that's the case, then what would happen if you shifted the inner conversations? And if I only focused on inner conversations as the main thing. Now, do I sit there and have inner conversations with myself over and over and over and over again all day long? No, I don't. But I was like, but let me focus on inner conversations instead. And then, oh, we're going to talk. Let me focus on the outcome of that, the inner conversation and certain things like that. And then boom, 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 over and over and over again. In fact, very quickly. Okay, so it's like it took me 4 weeks to go from no contact to living with my boyfriend. Okay, 4 weeks. So I was like, but I mean, if you want to say that was my first try, I guess it's like, I don't know how else to say it, right? I didn't have any experience when it came to manifesting an SP back. It's not like it's a thing. Yeah, but I was like, okay, if that's the case, then is there a way to speed it up? Okay. Because that's the thing I want with you guys. Because I'm really fucking tired of you guys fucking crying about shit. Oh, every fucking second of the day. I love you, Cece. Okay. I'm really tired of that shit. So if there's a way to speed it up, I'm in Pacific Standard Time. PST, Cali time, California time. So right now it is almost 1 p.m. So then I said, okay, let me just focus only on inner conversation. And so I did that for 1 week, guys. 1 week, I managed to change an entire, I thought I had a coaching call coming up. Apparently I don't. Anyway, I decided to spend an entire, or what's it called? Oh, geez, Casey. So I decided to spend a week doing this, right? And I literally, every fucking inner conversation I had. Oh, that's right. Yes, Angie. I decided to focus every inner conversation I had and boom, 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 boom. In 1 week, I can take somebody that's I took something that was totally different and flipped that shit within less than a week. Less than 1 week. So that's where I don't get me wrong. No, I am not saying no need to affirm. Oh, Jen, I did see it come across on here. I'm loving this. I love a good progress report. Do you guys see this? Progress report on the manifest for me had the best morning. You care to guess how she had the best morning, guys? Come on now. It's not rocket science to figure out how she had the best morning. Best be. Duh. Okay, so that's where I said, okay, you can affirm because affirming keeps your thoughts on track. But if you would shift and really, really control inner conversations, like I don't mean flip the inner conversations. You can, but control them. Okay, control the conversations and make the shit up in your mind. Just make up inner conversations in your mind. It will push out very quickly. No resistance at all. Because that's why I told you guys yesterday, inner conversations, the reason why that's so important is because it is something that you are doing naturally. You're not forcing it. There's no resistance to the inner conversation going on in your mind. There's no pressure. There's none of that. So you're not trying. You know what I'm saying? So instead, you're gaining control of these conversations. You're controlling the conversations in your mind. So therefore, it pushes out quickly because it's natural. It's a natural conversation you're having because you're not, and it's, when I say natural conversation, I don't mean scripting the conversation because we don't script conversations, do we? No, that's weird. Okay. We don't script conversations. Instead, it naturally happens because it's just something so natural that you're talking about over and over and over and over and over again. Yeah, bitch. And it's not the same conversation, right? If you were to tell, if 4 people were to be like, how was your day today? You're not going to be like, well, you're not going to break down your day robotically like a script to all 4 people. You're not. You're going to describe your day to 4 people differently because it's just a natural flow of conversation. So that's why it pushes out. That's why it pushes out quickly, because it is something that's happening naturally to you. It's coming natural. And again, your subconscious mind is not like, excuse me, that sounds like, I don't think that's how your day went, bitch. Like, I think you're making that shit up. I don't think that that's how that went. I don't recall hearing SP's voice in your home today. It's not doing that. It's not doing that, okay? Because that witch without a bee needs to go, Jackie. No, I don't put a time limit because time, it only creates more time. So you don't want to create more time. So you don't put you don't put a time limit on it. Instead, it's just like, no, I'm just going to do this because I already know it's happening. Right? That kind of attitude, because and you guys should say that shit. Like, you have to remember, whatever you want to convince yourself of, you can say. There's no like, that's the only thing I don't believe in when it comes, that's the one thing I choose not to believe when it comes to NLP, okay, is that the subconscious mind doesn't process negatives. It's true. It's true if you choose to assume that that's true, okay? But it's like, I always say I never get sick and I never get sick, right? So it's like, that becomes true for you because your subconscious mind takes you at your word, okay? So it's like when you say, don't forget this, right? Your subconscious mind is like, oh, sick. It just takes you at your word, okay? So it doesn't process negatives. I think that's bullshit. Because it's not like don't turns into do. Oh. There you go, Roberta. Then when you laugh, they're going to be like, oh, what are you laughing about? Like, oh, I was just thinking about something. But that's the trippy part, is when they say something favorable, right? Instead of unfavorable. Like, we need to start seeing something different. Do you understand? Because this is like, you guys have to understand that you guys need to get a fucking grip. Okay? You need to get a grip on your Nina. She said that the reason she dumped her therapist because she told him not to send my SP the saucy pics he asked for. I would have dumped her ass out. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I would have sent him. You know what? I can imagine a therapist, at the same time, low key must have I would assume they have a very entertaining job. I certainly do. Listening to your guys' story is like the best part of my day. More like listening to the aftermath of your story. And I say that because it's shit I did, right? I'm just like, yes, I love that I'm not the only one. Dallas, I love your name where it says like Dallas, like the city. Saya. We're going with Saya. Okay. Now we're going with Sia. I've decided. Okay. So the inner conversations with yourself, it could be both. Yeah, exactly what Shanzi said. I should just start fucking reading the shit. But it's like, it could be both, okay? So it's like, you're having an inner conversation with yourself about what your SP is thinking and talking about and how your day went with SP, right? And then you can also have an inner conversation hearing your SP tell you what you want to fucking hear. Because when your SP tells you what the fuck you want to hear, then you're like, that's right. Okay, I love this for us. I love all this for us. That's literally what it is, okay? So you need to look at it from that perspective and control the inner conversations. I'm telling you guys, I tested this shit out. Okay? So this is what makes it really, really easy. Okay, this is what makes it really, really simple, because I'm literally telling you guys, okay? No. Ooh, she has got a problem. That therapist of yours, Nina. Thank God you dumped her ass. I'd have been like, wants me for my body. Yeah, well, I hope he does. But that's just a bonus. But I want to definitely stay top of fucking mind. Don't even get it confused. And I definitely want to know what he's doing at night. You have to have fun in your relationships. You know, your relationship should not be all like serious mode, serious fucking vibe. Like, it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like that at all. It's like, it's so not serious. It's like fucking stupid. It's stupid, right? To be like taking your relationship so damn serious, like it's a fucking job. Your relationship's not a job. You're not their therapist, and you're not their mother or father. So you need to act like girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, period. That's all you should be looking at. That's how you should be acting. And every fucking day, you should be in your mind reminding them of who the fuck you are and why they love you and what they're thinking about when it comes to you all day long. All he can think about is how much he's in love with me, how much he misses me. Like, literally, he misses me every second of the fucking day. All he can think about is me all day long. I need you guys to seriously get a grip. Control it. Control the inner conversations. You can control whatever you want to hear. Let's say you have a court case coming up. You can literally hear the judge tell you shit's been dismissed. Yep. Oh, damn. I'm so happy. Just went to court. Shit's been dismissed. All charges dropped. Shit's been dismissed. Love my life. NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. Study of the subconscious mind, AKA. That's literally it. You need to do that. Okay. So it's like, that's where I need you guys to understand you're in control. You want to hear the judge throw your whole fucking case out? You want to hear him tell you get exactly what you want? Thank you very much. Let me go ahead in here and control. And then let me go ahead and I want my wife or I want my husband to call me right now. And this is exactly how the fuck I want the conversation to go. Let me tell you how the hell this conversation's going. Period. Because I don't really give a shit. Yes, this is exactly what he's going to call me and tell me tonight. We're going to have the best conversation ever tonight. We literally had the best conversation on the phone today because you're no contact, right? And so instead of fucking bullshitting about no contact and focusing on no contact, it's so fucking stupid. It's so stupid for you guys to do nothing but bitch, and then be like, well, I don't understand why it's slipping backwards. I've been doing everything right. No, you haven't. No, you haven't, bitch. Sorry. But you haven't. Because if you were doing everything right, you'd be seeing movement from your SP. You would be seeing movement. And if you're not, it's because somewhere in your mind, your negative conversations are getting the best of you. The negative conversations are getting the best of you. Instead of saying, no, absolutely fucking not. I don't think so. I'm going to lock it in and I'm going to very much focus a majority of my attention on these inner conversations I'm having, the words coming out of my fucking mouth. And that's all I'm going to focus on, period. And I'm going to just obsess over that shit. I don't give a fuck. I don't think you can overthink things at all. I'm going to obsess over it. I'm just going to think about it and immerse myself in the scenario that I want instead of you guys immersing yourself in the scenario that you fucking don't want. Over and over and over again. That's all you guys talk about in your mind is how things are right now. So unless you're living your best whole ass life right now, you need to get a grip on your inner conversations and say, I'm going to get a grip on my inner conversations over and over and over again. I'm going to do nothing but think from the result that I want. I'm not going to react to 3D for what? And I don't need to fucking react. Fuck reacting. I don't need to worry about shit. All I need to do is control my mind because that's the one thing you're in control of. The one thing. But it's the one thing that you get. It's the one thing that you give away that control. Stop doing that. You're in control of your mind. It's the one thing that your higher power gave you control of. Your mind. He gave you the ability to decide, to take control of your mind. That's why he gave you free will, because he wanted you to be able to make decisions, to decide. You need to do that. And you're going to do that now because you're going to stop and you're going to decide that this is what I fucking want and I'm not going to quit. I'm going to give it. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going in my whole ass fucking mind palace. Because you know what? No one can take away my mind but me. And that's it. I'm only going to worry about that. I'm only going to worry about that. Because anytime the 3D tries to trigger me, fuck you. No, not today. Not today, because all I hear in my mind palace is the fucking opposite. All I hear is the opposite. Opposite, 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 opposite. What did you say to me? I don't fucking think so. In here? Nah. You just confessed your love to me. Like all he can do is sit there and just tell me how beautiful I am and how amazing I am and how much he freaking can't stand being away from me. That's all I heard. That's all I heard. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. And whatever this person's talking, I don't even know what did you just say? I don't fucking think so. Not today. You didn't say shit. All I heard is what I want to hear. Period. In my mind. Because I'm in control of that. And right now, if I don't get control of my inner conversations, they're winning regardless. All of your inner conversations are winning. So what do you want to win? The one that you want or the one that you don't? Because either way, it's winning. Your mind is winning, which is why we have the ability to all create our own realities. Because if we didn't, if our thoughts had nothing to do with our realities, then why is everyone's life completely different? If our thoughts had nothing to do with it, we'd all be dating the same person, same type of people. We'd all think the same way. We would all have exactly the same shit. Because we're not in control of our thoughts. Our thoughts don't push out. Why would they? That's fucking stupid. You know this. So yes, you can affirm, but you need to work on inner conversations. First and foremost is controlling that shit, because that is what transpired to have what you have now. Not what you want. And I would continue, but I have a coaching call. And then I have a call with Sanchi. Or I don't. Depends on your thought process right now. What are your inner conversations like right now, Sanchi? Will we be talking or will we be not? That's up to you, Sanchi. I love all of you, okay? I love all of you. And I want you all to get what you want. and stop creating what you don't want. You have the power to get everything that you want, but you have to take control of that. And the only way you can take control of that is in your mind. Don't give that away. Stop listening to what people tell you as if it's law, as if it's written in stone. It's not. Because even when things are written in stone, guess what? There's this thing called a fucking chisel. Chisel right over that bitch with what it is that you fucking want. It's all you have to do to get it. Okay? All right. I can't be late to this call because then Sanchi's going to get upset after this call because I won't have time to talk to her. I love each and every one of you, James. I love you, bestie. I love all of you, besties. And I want what's best for you. And it's time for you to fight for you, to want what's best for you too, and to stop at nothing to get it. All you have to do is control your inner thoughts. That's it. Inner conversations. Write that shit fucking down. Put it somewhere where it is going to serve as a reminder to you that your inner conversations matter. What are they? And change them. Change them. Change them now. Okay? All right. Love you, besties.